Lorelei tried to kill her boyfriend, nearly succeeded. He nearly died of sudden blood rushing away from his brain.
Ah, yes.
But at
I
first you're
remember.
like, what do you mean killing? Why would I do that?
I shouted over the squid fight to give him what he needs.
What else?
I'm planning to make Rem rich.
Yeah, Rem
Or-
and
kill him
Rem,
with more.
yeah, Voland and Marlem are working together on an enterprise. Corlia ran around with Alana strapped under her because they decided it'd be a really good idea to drink fond wine together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
I bought
Where
some
will
shiny.
Bodhi do
I
this?
got some armor enchanted, and that was generally all I had planned.
Yeah, not only am
I
I
got
sick,
armor
but I
enchanted,
am
too.
not only am I sick, but I was also smashed last time. So, well, I wasn't actually that as drunk as sometimes. Anyways, what else? And finally, Maya received a letter from the Trails Timberland, apparently from a long lost half sister, who has said that her mom has been missing from their village for about a month.
Mm.
Yep, and that's where we ended the session. We also ended the session with me having to go out into my bro's garage in the 114-degree heat, which is even worse in a garage with no insulation and the garage door closed.
I imagine so.
Ugh. So, I believe we ended it that night. It is next morning. This is technically some time to, a little bit of downtime, despite the news that just came. Is there anything anyone does in the morning?
Tries to take a look at my backlog and see what needs the most pressing issue, and maybe possibly get started on the work for her.
The work for who? Kind of cut off there.
I
Right.
forget. Did I talk Maya's father into potentially taking a look at some of my work?
I believe that. Bless you.
Thank you.
I believe that they wanted you to send some samples and what's it called? When you give someone a list of prices, what's it called?
A catalog, basically.
Something like that. Yeah, just like a list of prices and examples of what you can make.
A brand new car.
I remember another thing I wanted. Valerian wanted me to take a look at her the blueprints of her gun so I can possibly start recreating it.
Yes, she has money, cash, sick cash money to spend, and she wants to spend it getting a gun made more dope. Because right now it is just +1.
Only +1, guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she's still got like a bunch of gold from being built that she hasn't spent yet. Let's see here. Currently, she is carrying 8,500 gold. So she could probably do with some better gear, and she's already doing pretty well. The stuff. Yeah. She's got the beneficial bandolier, burglar's braces, ring of counterspell, mithril shirt +1, amulet natural armor, cloak resistance +1, and a quick runner shirt, and her +1 gun, and she still has a bunch left over.
Woohoo!
Exactly. So I figured I could probably like just fill every equipment slot with something magical, or just make the gun bigger. And I think make the gun bigger seems like the winning maneuver. I'm more sniffly now.
Right.
I was about to say, is anything magically delicious?
So, are you going to be going to Volan's in the morning?
Yeah, seems good.
Alright, so Voland,
You know, a nice early noon in the morning.
yeah. You go at the crack of noon. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So Voland, are you one of them filthy early risers?
I am whatever my customers need me to be.
All right. So what time do you wake up?
Uh, Probably around 5 a.m.
Jesus. All right. So, we can look through your backlog. Roll me D100. All right. All right. So, like a sergeant of the local guard has commissioned you to make him a rapier. Nothing too fancy, but you know.
That's nothing more. That's probably depending on how fancy he wants. That's probably only like 5-6 hours.
A masterwork rapier is what he's wanting.
I then kick it up to 8 hours.
All right. So you're gonna start working on that.
Yep.
All right. All right. So apparently Marlam's gonna strut in around 7.
Yep. And he already sees that I'm at work, and I just give him a look of saying, "Why are you late?" By the way, what season is it?
It is spring. You guys started out at the spring solstice. It's now, I think, 4 weeks later.
Note that the only source of heat in this entire forge is the forge itself.
So, you know, latter part of spring.
Say, who had links with Thel? I feel like I should record that. Who she's?
What?
Who has a
Oh,
profane gift from her?
I do.
Profane gift list. So we got
The
Volan.
profane rope list.
We've got Lirelai. Did Qualia take a profane gift to anything?
I did. I went with strength.
That was right. I think that was everyone so far, yes? Both Marlem and...
I think Lirelai took the wisdom one.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I got
think she
Lirelai
was
on
the
it.
first one.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've got Lirelai in there. I said her. It's just Marlem and Maya who didn't. And of course Bodhi, because she's a paladin and is like, I'll pass. Yeah, sorry. I just was like, I should probably make a record of that. Cool.
So how long are we going to be in town for?
It all depends on you guys. Right now, these two guys is doing something, and Thalarian's going to show up in the afternoon. And what do you mean somehow? She's a succubus. That's what she do.
You know, no, she started on top though, and is just like this huge being, and somehow she's just, you know, when they just do the person sandwich.
Yeah, she's succubus. She does what she wants. All right. What else? So, is there anything? Let's go just down the list. Hey, Maya, what are you gonna do in the morning?
I don't really have anything to do. I should probably hire a runner to like go and find all the party members and try to organize a meeting at the Feisty Ferry this evening.
Mhm.
All right. That'll cost like a piddling amount of silver, like maybe 5 silver.
I'll mark off a gold because it's so much easier.
Okay.
I can hire 2 runners that way, and it's faster.
All right. Cool. Is the Feisty Ferry up? The Feisty Ferry is up. What else? So, Corlia, what are you doing?
Probably recovering right now.
Alright.
Hangover, wild romp.
Getting those electrolytes in.
Exactly.
Very important. It's true.
You're not gonna go down to the Feisty Ferry to get some alchemist kindness?
That's probably what I do, yeah.
Alright, so you're just already gonna be at the Feisty Ferry for a while. Alright. Well, and Marlem already got taken care of. Learla, what are you doing? Oh god, this house tastes like ass.
I'm just gonna start. I want to try and create something like a new thing to sell.
Cool.
I'm gonna try something I'm gonna try and invent a medicine that cures nausea because I'm having a stomach problem today. I feel like that would be nice to have. I would like to create Pepto-Bismol, please.
The wonder medicine. Cures literally everything, including demonic possession.
We got everything you need and many things you don't.
Things you didn't even know you needed.
They really are Scow, though. These are the triple soothing action black cherry halls. Taste
Oh, I mean,
like
black cherry is a butthole joke, so yeah,
yep.
all right.
It is
Aw, man.
disgusting.
You didn't get standard cherry or honey.
I opened the medicine cabinet and this was the only thing that was left. Believe me, I'd be like chomping on Ricola otherwise.
Be at your house, old people.
Buh.
I don't know, man. I went through my entire collection last time I was sick. Anyways, so Lirelai, you want to make a craft alchemy check?
Sure.
Woo. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. You think you get decently far working on this stomach aid? You know,
Okay.
you're not done yet. You know, it's gonna take a few more tries,
Yeah,
but you know, you find the basic ingredients for what you want.
Cool.
You probably
I also
start
have
off
this.
with
I also have written down on my character sheet strange ancient herbs, and I don't remember what that is from.
Did you get that from the Dryads?
Kind of herb.
It just says strange ancient herbs.
Did you get that from the what's it called? The Hold of Man? You know, the place you guys just were.
No, I don't think so. Not from there.
I thought that was from Dryad Quest.
Was it from Dryad Quest, or was it also from the other time you guys found herbs with the four basically teenagers that live out in the woods?
No, the person who came out of that with stuff was Marlon.
He made a very large goblin.
He did.
With stripes.
A large stripy goblin.
And I posed naked.
You did pose.
And then you got molested by a very large striped goblin. All according to plan, of course.
Kakuturi.
We.
Nani?
Alright, so if that's from Dryad Quest, alright. What would you use for that? For like identifying herbs and stuff like that. Isn't that usually survival? Nature, there we go.
Survival does also work. They give you different kinds of answers, essentially. Survival will give you practical information if you've got that.
I do not have nature.
Right.
Ooh.
Who you got? I mean, I guess also craft alchemy works. Like a lot of the knowledge is overlap pretty directly.
Yeah, I'll give you a craft alchemy check to figure out what these things are.
Okay.
And no!
Yeah,
You don't-
no idea.
Yeah.
It's oregano!
It smells nice.
Oh, they're just
Maybe
pretty
put it in a
flowers.
potpourri, which I called potpourri until I was like 15.
Would you like a crafts, arms, and armor check for the rapier?
Yes.
Would you like me to assist?
Sure. So that's me. That's advantage, right?
Yes. Look at that. Look at that 40.
It's a big check there. You make it. You manage to hide your own special penises in the hilt.
I mean, do you want to do that? Like, if they look really, really closely at the mesh guard, it all takes place like it's all vaguely phallic.
No,
Oh, you
you
want
got to relax the eyes like a magic eye drawing.
Yeah, yeah.
You hold it up and then you're like the incredible exquisite craftsmanship and then you yawn so your eyes unfocus. You're like, I swear I saw dicks for a second. No, I'm imagining things. And then they think they got some kind of fucking Freudian brain fuckery.
No, there's just a little bit of engraving just right on the handguard that looks like a knight with a lance riding a snail. But if you unfocus your eyes, that snail looks really phallic.
It's a dog sat down and he looks like a cock and balls.
All right. All right. So, that's your guys' morning, and around the afternoon, Thel will fly over to Bullens.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knock. She just basically has to shout over the sound of like crafting noises and stuff before sauntering on in.
Yo.
Yo, what's up?
You said you wanted me?
Yeah, this is a good time because you see this lovely little sweetie here, and then she'll pull out her gun and give it a little loving pat. I want her bigger and stronger and meaner.
Okay.
And I have money.
That always helps. First off, we have a couple basic questions. I've never personally worked with a gun like that. The closest thing I worked with was actually making a cannon once. Very fun. But I would need to have you take it apart so I can study each part individually. I would need to ask you what do you want the materials made of, what do you want some of the accessory pieces made of, and I would need to see how each piece interlocks together so I can make it correctly.
Alright, sure. I will yoink a bench off of you and show you.
Very well.
And
Oh,
if
by
you-
the way, with that kind of check, how close to done am I with that rapier?
You can basically hammer out most of the rapier. It just needs the finishing touching and engravings later on. You basically craft the masterwork. All that's left is just finishing touches, which you don't need to make a roll for.
So the blade's done, I just need to do the accessory work.
And
Alright,
Fel
let's
will
take-
effectively take 20 on craft gun, which just becomes, 25.
And I pull out a sketchbook to sketch the pieces individually.
Yep, she describes it in like the most layman-y terms ever, possibly because she doesn't really know the names of everything. She's a passably qualified gunsmith. I say passably because she just does not have the skill points necessary to fill out the large number that she's got proficiency in. But
Would you like me to roll craftsmith for comprehension?
Yeah.
let's see here.
I work with clocks, they're about this complicated.
So you pass the 25 skill check. You basically can see the inner workings and stuff like that. But this seems to be like a master crafted version of weapons you've already seen.
Yeah.
This is a real. This is probably the best example of this specific kind of pistol. The only thing you think might be better would be the one that the Red Queen gave to the King of the Wolfkin.
Okay.
I might have to look at an enchanter instead.
No, I can probably do this. What exactly do you want me to do to make a better version?
She'll blink slowly. I don't know. Can you make like an extra one? That having two of them would work. That would help.
It'd be my first time ever doing something like this, but I might be able to recreate it. I can probably make the little tubey bit in the front longer. I can probably make the cylinder back here where I'm assuming the bullets go into. I can probably make that bigger. So I can maybe add another cylinder.
Ooh. Oh, an idea in my brain.
Can you put
in
a
my brain
loudener
hole.
on it?
Yeah, the loudener. And also this thing here for shooting down police helicopters.
That would just require a round accelerator.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen that bit. Oh well.
And then Volan invented rifling.
Rifling exists, because rifles exist.
Then he invents super rifling.
Double rifling. Extra,
Why
very
are
rifling.
rifles?
Fucking, does shotguns exist? She could totally do that. Okay, so riddle me this one, Batman. Gunslingers can use rifles and shotguns, right?
Yeah.
How much would it cost to get one of those?
To get like a blunderbuss.
No, proper, an actual like a rifle,
Yeah,
and I guess the
shotgun.
shotgun would be.
Yeah, it's
I could make you a revolving
basically the
rifle.
same thing except one has rifling. Yeah. Yeah, you can get a shotgun. Let's actually see for the era what kind of shotgun you could get.
Oh,
Let's find out.
you could get a revolving shotgun. That would be baller.
What? A revolving. I'm imagining some kind of like ugly double-barreled four-chambering monstrosity.
You could get a coach gun.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably mark a coach gun as doing. Where's my damage for guns? Hang on, let me actually open up the guns homebrew page. Do. Oh, nope, that's a world doc. Race class homebrew.
Here, I've got a thing that you need to look at. This is exactly what he's talking about right here.
Who? What? What's going on?
She's talking right here. Is this the thing? Oh my god, no, you mean this. That's... Yeah, I was like, there's some multiple chambering monstrosity. Exactly
That
that.
looks very Bioshock 1.
It's actually from Bioshock 2.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So...
It's a double-barreled chamber revolver shotgun.
A shotgun is going to do 2d10 damage, but it has a range of 25 feet, critical times 3. Misfire, natural 1, capacity 2. And reload is a standard action.
Alrighty, if you're able to type
How
that
about
out.
this one?
Oh god,
God, that
big link.
I didn't intend for that link to be that big.
I like that the question is this: revolving shotgun, is it legal? What are you, high as a kite?
Oh, God.
Not for duck hunting, it isn't. But for everything else.
So you want me to make a scattergun?
Yeah, some kind of gun that explodes stuff that's really close, and then also a kind of gun that shoots stuff really far away.
You're probably going to have to get an example of it from either the Strider or Draconis Armory.
Look, I can maybe make the you called it a rifle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably maybe make the rifle by just taking what I've seen with this
Hmm.
You
Ooh.
can probably.
Oh. Finger snap. Another brain thing. Bullets instead. And she will reach into her endless little bandolier thing and pull out a bullet and place it down. Are you able to make these and have Marlon put fancy things in the heads of them? Or are you able to make fancy heads? Because these are pretty standard, but you know, it's a soft metal. She'll give it a little tap on the counter to make a point.
Volan puts up a finger real quick and then walks back into the shop. Back later with a brick of black metal. If you can pay for it, I got an adamantine.
Huh. Say straight, what would an adamantine round do to people?
Hang on. Adamantine.
That's actually a
say?
thing under special materials for on the SRD.
Let's look here. Bullets.
All right, there's the
That
traditional
weapons
scatter gun that you'd be looking at.
they bypass hardness and stuff.
Oh, so you use adamantine bullets to shoot people through cover.
Natural ability to bypass hardness when sundering weapons or attacking objects or ignoring hardness less than 20.
That is pretty deep. So it's like someone's just behind tables or knocked over shit. You just shoots
It's
them
like
through.
they're basically armor piercing.
Dope. Did they have alchemical bullets? I can't.
The bullets also would count as being masterwork, so they would have +1 on attack rolls.
Yeah. How does the pitted bullet work? Let's see here. Oh, ammunition,
I think you
firearms,
poison them.
alchemical cartridges.
I have a few other materials if you want to take a look.
Oh,
Slag
an
back there,
alchemical
that might
cartridge just means firing for cartridge-based guns. Dope. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like for now, instead, it might be best to go visit everyone's favorite doggo wizard. And be like, can you make this gun gunnier? Can you give this gun extra gunliness?
Okay. I make no guarantees, but I might be able to make a longer version of this.
Should we table it for now? I think I remember Bodhi saying that she had a thing that she wanted to do. It might take us out of town for a little while.
Sure. If I manage to find any other samples that I might be able to take a look at, I might be able to recreate it.
Yeah, how much does a scattergun cost, Stray?
250 gold.
Sweet. Is there a place to buy one here in the city?
You can go to the Strider Armory. The
Nope.
Strider Armory is in the city. I never put that actually on here. They'd be over here, like, in the Merchant District. Like, right over here.
Ooh.
So I can literally stare at them from across the river.
Yeah. Strider
I'm watching
Armory
you.
is the Wolfkin weapons facility. The Draconis Armory, quite obviously, comes from the Dragon Isles, which is a human one.
Sure, and let's buy a masterwork one. And that increases the cost by, I've already forgotten. Scroll.
200.
You sure it's 200? Because weapons and armor are different prices each, and I always like to be sure.
You know what you should do?
300.
You should get your guns enchanted for shocking, and then have them copper plated.
That is pretty dope in metal. Yeah, I mean, she could totally just afford to make this gun into like +2 fucking human bane or some shit.
So you brought this to me,
And then basically went, this was stupid, I could just go ask a wizard.
Wow. Rude.
Well, no, she would like special
really
bullets,
stuff,
however.
but not enchant special stuff.
Yeah.
He's not an enchanter.
not yet.
Not yet.
Alright.
Oh,
Yet.
cough, cough, Marlon, cough, cough.
Can Marlon do plus of enchantments to weapons?
I believe I have that feat.
magic arms and armor.
Yes.
Ooh. Can you bump this puppy up to a +2? I need to go buy a Masterwork scattergun.
Say that again. Yeah, you were talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
I think +2 might actually be the limit because I have to be what 3 times the level for me to be able to do it.
If you can make it to +2, that would be dope. How much will it cost?
I have no idea because I'm new to this.
Okay.
Okay. It should be somewhere on the PSFRD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's usually not actually making one that's already been made, though.
It would be it's whatever the cost of +2 is minus the cost of +1 because it's already.
It's just the difference
So-
between the two.
Okay.
Materials cost for you is 3,000 gold.
So that'd be it'd be pretty close to 6,000 for OD. Probably make it what 5,000 to cover my cost. 4,000.
4,000 total? She can pay 4,000 gold for a +2.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. If I'm doing my math right.
Possibly not, but she doesn't know either.
Yeah.
You're making a 1,000 gold profit there, Bob.
Well, it's 4 friends. Yeah.
Technically, he's only making 750 profit.
Yeah, that's all right. I forgot. So it'd be 2,000. It'd be what 5,000 gold, which would be minus 75% or minus 25%.
You're making 1,500 profit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I mean, it would cost her 6,000 to go to another wizard and get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll take. I think it's 2 days. No, wait. It's what a day per every 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
6
takes about
days.
a week. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And you want 5,000 gold for that? That is fine with me. Thel reaches into a bag and then hauls out a fucking big, comically large sack of money.
Does it have a big money sign on it?
Of course it does.
Yes.
My cut, boy.
And
I'm getting it to you.
let's see.
Oh, I'm getting there.
10 times
Almost
3.
there.
Do I want?
And this is, so you make what? So Volan makes what? 500 gold off of that? Or
Now you never have to look at the world doc again.
Ooh.
Because they haven't really come up in the campaign, and I feel like it's because they never really had a handout that you guys could actually look at. And they're mostly kind of hands off, so.
yeah. Like my character believes in none of these. Oh, except for the Red Queen. He's seen the Red Queen. I
Yeah,
assume
she just doesn't
flies.
like being worshipped.
Yeah, so he's seen the Red Queen. He venerates her. He venerates the Red Queen. He doesn't worship her. That's insulting.
There are people who do. She's annoyed at it, but
He doesn't talk to those people. Probably. He avoids those. Just like, yeah. Like a space marine. Just, oh, okay. Yeah.
Are you telling me that you avoid the normies?
alright. But yeah, you guys also have never really like tried to go to any of their temples, so
That's fair. I'm like a walking
you just
temple.
don't go. Yep, pretty much. I mean, you did have interaction with Ashay. You are a good girl. She told you to go a place and you did it. Good
Yep.
job.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that chunk of cash off of Thelian. That was her plan. As for Bodhi, she's making preparations for heading to the spear if people are coming along.
Be prepared.
Oh, I like that song.
Alright. I pack up my venturing gear, I close up the shop, I put out the book that lets people put in commission information. I bring my sketchbook so I can finish working on those drawings of the succubus blueballing me.
All right. So you guys got the stuff you wanted done there. Is Thel going to Alana?
She is not going to, since it would seem Marlem can do the enchanting instead.
At least a +2.
Yeah. When she's made a little bit more cash, she might get like some Banes or something enchanted onto it that require actual spellcaster levels and stuff.
And then, it turns out that Thel is a princess and her mom's Lotixa. It's gonna be great.
It's Queen Latifah, obviously. Or Foxy Cleopatra.
Say Cleopatra.
God, those movies came out so long ago.
They did, didn't they?
Right?
It's so weird to think about.
Blackie don't care. Blackie just thinks it's a good movie.
Oh man. Anyways, so it's about like Thel is just walking out the door and is like spreading her wings to take off when a runner approaches.
Bloodbath.
What's it called? Bloodbath and Beyond. They deliver a message. It's from Maya, but addressed to Voland. But she said that she wants you all to meet at the Feisty Ferry because she has something to say. Well, actually, what does the thing say, Merzendi?
I've gotten some important news, and I would like to discuss it with everyone tonight at the Feisty Ferry.
I'm pregnant!
All right.
That would be a wonder.
Look out, she's Borknant.
Oh no.
Not me, I swear.
Fucking Madam Hoots' thing every time I look at it, man.
It's
Alright.
the best. The fattest and most wonderful.
I just need to finish this commission and get paid for it, and then I'll be right over.
Sweet.
You say to the piece of paper.
I have a message for you. Do things and get money.
Do
Alright,
this and get paid.
Alright, so you can eventually grab that and pass it off to the guardhouse, and you get paid however much a mastercrafted rapier is. You can look it up. You're a big boy. So all of you are getting this note. Are you gonna go to the Feisty Ferry that evening? And is there anything you guys would like to do in the afternoon? Or are you guys just gonna wander down the Feisty Ferry?
I tried to do a bit more complete sketchings on that firearm to see where I can go from there. But after that, the Feisty Ferry.
All right.
I need to find something to I don't know, like, and maybe a new outfit to wear.
Wait, doesn't Poland have?
Something for when Jesse gets into town finally.
Yeah.
I
9 days from now.
Hang on.
Doesn't Poland have some sketches of like normal clothes as armor?
Yes, I
Like
do.
armor. Could Marlem have a look at those?
And Kennethus. So, Learlight can swim over to, you know how the city, a lot of the streets are just rivers.
Yes, there's also
Yep. So you can swim into the merchant district looking for clothes to fit your squidly form.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you can buy?
No. I should relocate.
Why?
I'm in the freaking Jesus district. I should be the Temple district.
No, you're like between the police, the prison, and the library. That seems like a good place to be if you're a weapons salesman.
Hey, I mean, there is a temple to the goddess of war just like down the street.
Under pressure.
Hey, I don't market the sex. That's on the back pages.
The sex markets itself.
I mean, Rolea, Etsuna, and a couple other gods are kind of into that. There's obviously no temple to Lotixa here, but
Look, I don't openly market that in my catalog.
what? You don't market prophylactics and marital aid accessories. No, not your thing.
Not in my open catalog. It's the other catalog they can only get get by special request from behind the counter.
Why? What two are the ones?
Rilla and Datsuna.
Oh, okay.
Those do seem like your jam.
Raloa appears as a dude, a chick, or hermaphrodite whenever they feel like it. And then Itsuna is just, tricks, lust, tail jobs, that kind of thing.
Goddess of fun boners.
Yep. And probably gets around more than... Well, probably not as much as Lotixa, but you don't end up, half flayed when Itsuna visits.
It's the flavor of the month.
And you can kiss my ass if I don't market to all those. If I don't market to all of them.
Yeah.
Well, there are some things that are frowned upon in the city, and you're not allowed to worship, Accenta and Lotixa, and Mephistopheles, who, fun fact, is the younger brother of Ashea, thus the god of betrayal.
That's why you have to ask for those by special request only.
Yep, because Volan doesn't care who you worship as long as because he worships that gold, son.
He is all about the money.
I pay lip service to Tor.
Probably not, no. Lucy's is kind of a dick. It's like totally the only Titan left, and one who was like, we're pretty much godlike beings, primordial terrestrial gods, but I want to become a cosmic deity now, and go and sit in the void and be basically a douche.
Who?
Lucy's, the ascended Titan, the god of the darkness and the void, the edgiest edge.
I see him. So just by thinking about him, your brain gets a paper cut?
Yeah, I don't necessarily make gods that I like. Some have to be, edgelord douchebags.
Yeah.
Yeah, And there are some that are on the sheet, but that's because also there is the difference between like terrestrial and cosmic deities. But like Titans were terrestrial deities,
Yeah.
and technically that Dryad you met is a terrestrial deity.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Edgelord, Lord of the Void.
Yeah, Edge God.
Edge God.
Edge God, sorry. My bad.
You just don't understand him, man.
I suppose not.
No, dragon should eat him.
Anywho. So, have you decided what you wanted, Lirelai?
I don't know what to get. I'm just gonna get something.
A pretty
Pretty thing.
dress with a plunging neckline. I get you.
Something. I'll
We
look through this
couldn't get a
album I
matched
have.
pair of dresses.
Actually,
Yeah.
you need to go shopping for a lot of clothes now. You got Celadry's fun spell cast on you like 3 times.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
fuck.
right.
Your
I think
boobas
it
have
was
nothing
3.
to fit in. Oh yeah, you were like,
You're
oh,
right.
you're right, I'm not sure. Better make it 3 just to be safe.
You're
Alright,
yes,
let's
okay.
just
I
keep scrolling up to
I need
find out how many times that was cast on you.
Just a squid with a milk
I
tank.
think it was just 3.
But don't you have to roll each time? Oh, no. It's just permanently 3 times, so you went up 3 bus sizes. I get you. I'm pretty sure how that spells work.
All right, I need a new
Let me double
wardrobe.
check.
I'm gonna deduct like some money.
I can make you boob plate.
I don't wear that.
Okay, yeah. So you automatically failed the fortitude save. So whatever you had was, you 3 bust size, and now you have permanent lactation.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's gonna be a fun conversation with your boyfriend.
He'll
Let's
like it.
hope he doesn't.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it'll
yeah,
be fun.
he'll like it. I'm just not sure how conscious he's gonna be the first couple times he looks.
Oh, poor boy.
I mean, it was bad enough before. He managed to hold his own, but yeah, no. He's gonna. Bad things are gonna happen to that.
He's gonna have a
Wonderfully
hard
bad
time.
things are gonna happen to that boy.
A hard time.
So yeah, I'm not really gonna, make it a huge expenditure, but you are you gonna like replace your entire
I'm gonna
wardrobe? Yeah?
just dump like 50 silver onto it.
I was basically about to say like 50 silver, maybe throw in a couple gold if you want to get some like really fancy fitted, incredibly embroidered stuff to go along with it.
Yeah, sure. I'll throw in a couple of gold then too, as well.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, I'm pretty sure everyone said that was basically it for the afternoon. So, let me make sure that I have everyone in the Feisty Fairy. Bodhi, are you? I'm pretty sure you don't take massive bourbon with you. She's probably just roosting on the roof, right?
Oh yeah. She's done that thing where you just pick a really dramatic place to stand and pose. People are like, I didn't know they got a statue. When did they get a statue? And then every time a kid hangs off of her, she'll go like soft form, well, quote unquote soft form, and then stare at them. Like, bleh.
Bleh. And the kid falls and dies and snaps her neck. And
Oh, no.
then
Just gets pushed over and crushes, falls over like a cow and can't get back up again. Please don't go griffin tipping.
all right. Corlia and Maya have already been here for a while. Lirelai and Marlon and everyone, you just come in the door.
I glare at Valeria.
Hey, I'll still totally buy some fancy schmancy bullets later.
Balls.
Hey, look, when you can do wizard shit to a gun, hook me up.
Working on it.
He still made 500 gold off of that.
Yeah.
Yes, but deciphering the runes is taking a little bit of a while, so I can figure it out.
Bum, 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 bum. I got Under Pressure just so stuck in my head for fucking no good reason.
I love that song though.
It is a great song. It's because I
The
need to
only thing
rewrite it
that-
with Under Pressure.
The only thing that annoys me is that someone sampled the beginning for a song. I forget what it's called.
Ice Baby.
Yeah, so whenever that song plays, I get excited, and then it turns into that song. Just like, what? No. No.
Because it's Freddie Mercury and David Bowie. I'm not exactly sure how the how the sound booth could contain that level of sex appeal.
It's a very fair argument.
That sound booth must have been reinforced by sexless old priests.
We need a young priest and an old priest, and then like 20 more old priests.
The young priest has developed a boner.
Actually, you don't want to trust an excited young priest around many old ones. But oh well.
Oh god.
But oh well.
Oh god, we took
I
it
didn't
there.
say that out loud, it's fine.
You may as well have done.
Forget, have I given this place a business card yet?
I mean, no.
Someone's been egged.
Valerian immediately heads on over. And does the slide across. With pretty much that expression on her face.
Just, we got called for an important meeting. What? I don't know these people too well. I'm busy right now. Hang on.
Sorry, there's some excellent business over here to attend. What's going on in this thread?
Yeah, you go over and you see the cowgirl Adrian and the very, very large Drider lady beaming at each other while Sophie is, well, doing what I said she was doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you ask, apparently the party you're with has been made aware of it before, but Adrian fertilized, what's her name? Hang on. Leanna's eggs, and now she's super preggers.
Turbo Breggers. She is egnant.
Best word.
It's a pretty solid word.
Yep. And both of them are they're really excited, and Adrian and Sophie and Sophie are kind of like hyping each other up, and the entire while Leanna is just like, you know, smiling beatifically and like motherly and patting them both on the head.
Sweet. Tell's just gonna just sit there and soak up the ambient, the ambient afterglow of them.
Yeah, yeah. Leanna says, "Oh, soon I'll have my very own. We'll have our very own clutch, and we'll spread the Driders around to this fair city. There are painfully few members of my species here."
And just in case you need to buy any unique supplies for them.
Come on, they are not gonna buy the Driders like dick-shaped sword cozies.
I do more than that.
Are you talking to Colette, or are you over there? Because you can't like slide a card. Are you going to like wing a card at them, like 30 by 30 feet?
Fucking Gambit over here, but for just Jew gold.
You laugh. There's
Gold
a mask that lets you
Commander.
smell. You laugh, but there's a mask in the game that has a very large nose that lets you smell money.
No, that can't.
What?
That's not a thing, really, is it?
Miser's mask.
It's
Okay,
just
I'm
a
gonna do
mask
something.
with a big nose on it so you can smell money.
Oh my fucking god.
All of them.
Oh god, it is. Why?
That's not cool. Pathfinder.
What?
It's the mask of the
Hey,
Jew.
hang on. I'll put it here. There you are.
The miser's mask. Scent ability, but only to find coins and gems.
And it's got a sunken face with a big ol' upturned nose. Oh, Pathfinder. You're supposed to be like not that. No. Come on. Come on.
You were meant to stop the races, not join them.
Ugh.
Alright,
But no,
so...
I just took business cards, like one for the bartender, one on the bar.
I mean, to be
Using one as
fair
a
as well,
like,
Volan would be good at this.
Company.
The construction requirements include Bloodhound and 4 ranks and appraise.
So,
Can I
wow.
try to wing a card at them?
Who?
The trio.
Adrian.
They are much too busy doing what they're doing right now. You don't think you could get in the middle of all this cooing and cuddling and like Thalarian just feeding off of the ambient energy of what likely went down a mere few hours before, or a few minutes.
It's like sunbathing, but for afterglow.
Yeah. So
So, who asked us here again?
Oh yeah.
yes.
Alright.
Yep, as soon as you entered, Thalarian rushed off to the cuddle corner, and Volan started like waving cards, his business card at Colette.
Attempted to.
So, when you guys arrived, you also see Maya sitting at the bar with a bottle of wine and a letter unfolded in front of her.
Bodhi's probably been here a while, but has patiently skipped on asking until people arrive. Sipping from a glass of water like a boring person. Look at you, new hydration.
I mean,
Uh.
Colette assures you that they have stuff that could even get you drunk.
Yeah, she's just not fond of getting drunk.
Colette will just shrug, and you know those peanuts they have at the bar, you know that are salty to make you want to drink more.
Yeah.
It's that, but little like pebbles.
That does sound... I actually imagine the coloured pebbles that you get in fish bowls.
Yeah.
I'm stealing them out of Colette's bathtub. Crunch, 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 crunch. Alright. So what's the story then, Maya? Looks like everyone's here.
Yeah. So, you guys know I've been looking for my mum for a while. Well, you remember, back when Lorelei met Jesse, I sent some letters off with that caravan.
Yeah.
She raises one in front of her. I got this back. It's not good news.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My mum, the town she settled in, it was attacked and raided. And she's been
no.
kidnapped.
Uh-oh.
That's a problem.
On the map, where would this be located?
Hang on. Whoop. Ooh. Oh, it's world map. Here we go. And all the way over here.
Buddy will pause and go, crap.
I know it's sort of in the opposite direction of where you wanted to go, Birdie.
Yeah, I suppose in a way it's best if I go there alone. They'll can join you guys, right? She'll look like vaguely glazed-eyed in every direction. Yeah, sure, great. I might have to temporarily leave Bodhi with just the whims of the NPC and play Thel for a bit because she's got to go do her thing.
Where's Bodhi going?
I prepared so much for that one.
We could take the portal.
I mean, if it is prepared, then I'll retcon saying that and put that off. All right, we can do your thing first.
No, I'm saying your thing was prepared.
Oh, mine was the prepared one.
Well, both are prepared, but
Well, yeah, it's well, if Bodhi goes along for their thing, then the party can do Spear Quest as a group, and it still gets shown that way.
I was about to say we could hit the tower portal around Lake Pontchartrain, then just head straight over there.
there's a portal exit literally right there.
Where?
Yep.
Right there.
Where?
I'm pointing at it on the map.
Where on the map? I'm not seeing it.
Seriously, bottom left, Spear of the Ancients.
Oh no, I thought we were talking about heading over here.
Yeah, what's happening is that Bodhi wants to go to the Spear of the Ancients. And the portal exit is right here. There's no portal exit in Trails Timberland. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and then there's one somewhere over there on the other side of the world.
No, but I was talking like taking the thing, heading here, then from Lake Pontchartrain just head on up.
Yeah, makes sense to do.
I mean, you could hit here and then hit the river down that way.
Sure, we could.
Well, if they've been attacked, I don't want to put them off.
A month ago.
Oh. All right.
I never actually got given a full version of that letter beyond the stuff Stray ripped aloud, so...
Right, I was gonna do that, but then I was really drunk. Basically, hey, shut up. Basically, the contents of the letter is, oh, hi, I'm your surprise sister, by the way. Yeah, Mom was here, and about a month and a half ago, we were attacked in the night, and when daybreak came, she was gone. And she looked around for her in the hills and couldn't find her. So the village is about here, and the attackers came from here in the mountains.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Bodhi will pause and... does anyone know how to make sure that you can't be, like, magically eavesdropped on?
No?
That's a thing.
It is a
Yeah.
thing. She will lean over the counter, and was Sophie the one who was a caster out of that trio?
Two of them are casters.
Oh, do either of them know how to?
You need to tell me what the spell is so I can check it.
I can't remember.
I forget what the spell's
Prevent
called.
Scrying is.
Prevent scrying, blah blah blah. There's a spell for it. I know there's a spell.
Non-detection?
Yeah, non-detection. There's screen, which is a fucking massive spell, but that's level 8.
And
Wait,
hang on. This is a what spell is this? And then communal.
There's also that, which is a zone area, and it is of the trickery domain sorcerer/wizard.
Domain trickery. Prying. Um. You know what? I'm just gonna say, because I'm not gonna bother with all this. The between Sophie and Liana, they have spells to do that.
Excellent. I will ask if they'd be willing to put something like that up for like 5-10 quick minutes. I need to have a discussion about a thing that's super duper double ultra secret.
Yep. So Sophie will wiggle her tails. They'll crackle a little bit, and then you hear kind of like a whoomch, and nothing happens. It's kind of as far as magic goes, it's not that spectacular to look at.
Nope, as long as it works. And she'll double check, like, is this the thing? Awesome, okay. So, I should turn our attention back to the others. The reason I need to go back to the spear is to wake up my mum.
Wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Need to wake up your mom.
Yeah, because if the super
What?
evil... Yeah, if there's a super evil Dread Paladin, then he's gonna do everything in his power to stop that from happening, and I kind of need to make sure my mother and about a few hundred gargoyles will wake up.
They're not gonna get all high and mighty on the lesser races, are they?
No. Shrug. I mean, they're all gonna be relatively like me, but nice.
Yeah, but you can be kinda high and mighty to the younger races.
Let's put it this way. As of thus far, I've generally not gotten involved in mortal politics since I've been awake for a long time. And they're going to be even less interested in doing it. Indeed, the reason I asked this whole scrying thing is so that it can be kept totally secret. If we can keep anyone from realizing that they're even awake, that'd be great.
Yeah, that seems to be a decent idea. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I would tell you more details about it, but again, both kinda can't. Shouldn't have really said that, but it's a thing I need to go do. I don't exactly want to go do it alone in case it's already gotten very dangerous.
This is what you need to do.
I promise we'll
None
be
of
as quick
you
as
even-
possible.
None of you even know how gargoyles are made.
Yeah.
For all
Nice.
you know, it's just another gargoyle.
I assume that someone carved you from rock.
I'm totally not gonna say how we come about, but let's put it this way.
I can understand how you don't want to talk about how gargoyle babies. That's cool.
Just look exasperated for a moment. My brain. Okay, stone eggs. It's true. Okay. My mother is what guys would know of as a Titan.
Aren't they, like, meant to be all dead?
And hence my big ol' request for a scrying. And if any of you tell anyone about this, then I will enact holy vengeance and turn you all into pulp. Just want to put that one out there. They aren't all dead. Should just sit and wait for a reaction.
Well, I guess this whole being dead thing doesn't really apply anywhere near as much as people seem to think it should.
Yeah.
This is like what the third thing that's meant to be super duper dead that isn't.
Correct. But sadly, they will be made dead if the first couple of particularly evil, super dead things that should be dead, decide to get involved. I think seriously, if things of the darkness are waking up, then there's no one we want more on our side right now than all of them.
Yeah.
And they're super lovely.
If we really are all like you, then okay. Uh, I, I'm with you.
I know that it's at a bad time for you, and I'm really sorry about it.
It's, it's not your fault, Eddie. It's just life.
Look on the bright side. I mean, if there's big danger when we haul them out, then they'll be thankful. I mean, I'll obviously be thankful and find ways to reimburse all of you. And she'll glance sidelong at Voland. We're particularly good at making things.
Yeah, I'm great at making things.
You'll get along
He
with a
said-
few of them.
He said currently working on a giant phallic-shaped obelisk for a certain crazed enchanter.
Hey, I win the day if I can get an enchantress on my size. Side, not size. Well, maybe size.
If I can get an enchantress on my size. Get up all on my size. Yeah, Olsen has wrapped that one up. Oh no, that thing that was believed to be extinct is in danger of being rendered extinct by those other things that were believed to be extinct. Yeah, that's the situation. As best Bodhi can explain it.
Hey, those first drow were just undead. So they are dead. They were totally dead. Just undead.
So we go and wake up all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's hopefully as simple as I want it to go. Just I know that things don't like going very simply.
How do we wake him up? Do I just make you a giant gong, then hit my hammer on it, or
Leave that bit to me.
that's
Essentially, I'm gonna have to ask really nicely, and although it doesn't really work like calling in a favor when you're doing the work of your goddess, I guess the closest way to describe it is calling in a favor. Essentially, I have faith, and that if we go there to wake them up now after all this time, they will. I don't know that quote myself, actually. I don't remember which way it
That
goes.
which is not dead may eternal lie, and
it's
with
not.
strange aeons, even death may die.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Mm,
I think that was Call of Cthulhu. That one.
Yes.
Did you just pronounce Cthulhu as Cthulhu?
Yes, that's how I've always pronounced it. Cthulhu.
It's wrong.
If you want it to be super technically accurate, it should be pronounced with a K sound
Yeah.
and a hard T.
Actually, if you follow the sound, the phonic, the C is silent.
Language!
Yeah, how does it work?
How does it work?
I wish I knew. You blasted colonials would stop fucking it up. But yeah, Bodhi will, after dropping that knowledge bomb, speak up again clearly to the others and say it's alright if they want to drop the scrying now. Should be safe.
It's not a channeled spell.
Oh, it's
Whee!
fair enough. But yeah, so you need to go do that, and I must really, really request that you don't spill the beans on that one.
Woohoo!
Hey.
Alright. So,
So if
what do you guys do?
So if this does happen, what exactly do you need me
Hmm? Oh no, I'm saying that you would just get along with them because they really enjoy building things and are very good at it. They have workshops
Really now?
and old materials. You remember some of those materials we've seen, hopefully the non-evil version of them.
Yes. I've totally not emptied out my bag for this trip.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of benefit that can be gained, just you should be respectful and be careful. I don't know what to expect when we get there. It has been a while, and last time I was there, it was not exactly the happiest time I had. As you'd expect when I woke up, kind of the first place I went.
Right?
But we'll
So
talk
how do
more
we?
about it when we're there.
Okay.
For now, I guess we can spend the rest of the week getting prepared and ready and stuff.
Do you guys want to take a whole week?
I know now that Thel's gun is halfway into being enchanted, so it's useless to her until that's done. And others might have things that they're doing. In fact, Bodhi's armor is still being enchanted right now.
All right.
Yeah, and she would love to go right away, but she doesn't actually have access to any to her armor.
All right. So, is there anything you guys would like to do while you're in the Feisty Fairy this night, or do you want to go back to the city map?
Thel's gonna be a flirt and do flirty Thel stuff, but he's gonna drink hot water and munch some pebbles and catch up with
I
people.
guess I'll just get dinner.
With all three of these people?
And she's just gonna hang out with them. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna quiet, and I'm just gonna sit here, have some pub food, pub drink, maybe throw out some pub business cards, and then go to my pubby home.
So wait a second. So that's just Holmes' business cards and stuff, but with like steak and ale pie included.
Yes, maybe talk to Colette and see if I can pass out business cards with coupons for you on them.
What?
Businesses interlinked.
I sell alcohol and food.
Yes, and would you be okay if I made a special edition set of business cards that had coupons for you on them?
I have no idea what a coupon is.
Okay. Imagine a door.
You are cutting out at the worst timing. You went, imagine.
Imagine, if you will, token that gets more people into the door to buy more food, which gets more food, gets more money for you. Buy, hear me out, this little token is a one-time item that lets you buy certain food and drinks for cheaper.
And the advantage that I get is
more people in the door. More people in the door means more money for you.
she looks around and, like, despite the fact that there aren't that many tokens, this room is packed. You do realize we're one of the more popular establishments in this area, right?
But even more.
Squint. Make me a what's persuade in this game? I play so many games, man.
Diplomacy?
Diplomacy?
Yeah, make diplomancy me, bro.
Oh boy. I actually don't have this one trained.
Yeah, no, she's not interested.
Okay.
Mentioned something about dick-shaped cookies, and she's like, nope, thanks.
Still has to find all the business cards I hid around here, like, where's fucking Waldo? Could pin one to the adventure board.
You could. Do you want to look at a bunch of quests to further complicate this? Just
Oh yes,
a bunch of
yes.
side
Let's
quests?
do that.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Need to make our lives more complicated?
Do
I
you
think
want to?
Nah, I think we're good at the moment.
Why are these ones still on here? These are all gone now. Alright, I'll update that later. Alright. So, how are the rest of you going to spend your night here? Voland is trying to talk. Delarian is about to be dragged off by a cowgirl, a drider, and a kitsune.
I'll ask Colette if she would be willing to sell more of my products.
If they're anything like the what you call it, alchemist kindness,
Yeah.
then I would be more than happy to. We make quite a bit of revenue off of that. Not entirely from Sophie, which is surprising.
Oh, that's good. I'd be a bit disappointed if I only had ever actually one customer.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Besides, Sophie regenerates. She's fine.
She's on her 6th liver now.
More than likely, Bodhi. It was a weird thing she picked up in the bottom of at the bottom of one of those mountains up north. I hesitate to say it, but it may have just been those gallons upon gallons of control cum.
Wow.
Lewd. Bodhi will slowly sip for water.
Well, I'm working on a new thing. It's not for drinking really, although it might actually help when someone gets a bit too drunk. It's to help with nausea and stuff like that. Help settle your stomach.
That's fairly useful. Do you have any on hand?
No, I'm still working on it. I'm making I'm making good progress though.
Keep it up and we'll have to hang Feisty Fairy, bar, restaurant, apothecary.
Ooh,
Our
the strangest
restaurant and
combination.
apothecary.
/ workshop. / magical workshop.
Go on to get
Winter
your swords
exploded, by
polished
the way.
here?
No, that's around back.
Winter exploded, so we'll catch up on what Cordelia is trying to do tonight. So yeah, Colette will agree to do the same thing. You get 25% of the profit for everything they sell.
Dope.
Okay.
And all right, Maya, what are you doing for the rest of the evening?
Maz, are you muted?
All right. Her headphones might be doing that thing again.
Oh. Oh, right, no, she actually typed "be right back."
Oh,
We're
she
just
did.
dumb.
Oh yeah, we are all just dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Cindy. We were
You were
just
talking about me?
No, yeah, we went, alright, Maz. Oh, shit, maybe she's muted again, and not a single one of us looked at. She said "be right back" in there, and then we all felt stupid.
Yeah, we all collectively sighed.
Yep.
Anyways, is there anything Maya would like to do for the rest of the evening before we move on to doing a few days of downtime?
Finish off her bottle of wine and then go back to the inn she actually lives at.
Okay. And Thel. She's being dragged off by Kitsune, a cowgirl, and a drider. And
All right,
hey,
hi.
Welcome back.
Winter, your internet buddy? Your internet better buddy?
Yeah, Chrome decided to stop responding, and then Discord decided to fuck off for a moment.
Oof.
Curious.
Yeah. We'll finish up with Thel, and then we'll get on to what Corleo was doing this entire time.
Yeah.
What did you miss actually? What was the last thing you missed?
To have not been paying attention for a while before my internet functions.
Okay. So Thel.
Yes, she will say, however, as incredibly fun as it looks like to get egged up, she sadly has some adventuring stuff to do, so getting weighed down with those would be a no-go. However, she happens to be pretty useful with all of her limbs. Sinuous and otherwise.
Yep. Sophie offers to take your share.
Alright, she will fist bump, and then reveal 4 feet of tongue.
Alright. Aside from that,
Wait a minute,
the
how do I
player
hear?
is a succubus, so she's basically packing whatever she wants.
Yeah.
So
Very much as
yeah.
instance dictates. Usually appears as just entirely feminine parts, but with the epically long tail and tongue. And then occasionally wings will just sort of flump out of nowhere and do their wing thing. But she can indeed penor it up if she needs to.
Yep. The only thing is, how driders work is their batch of eggs needs to be fertilized. The one inside of Adrian, she fertilized because if you guys remember, a long time ago, you guys got her that Ponos potion. Long time ago.
In a galaxy far away.
Yeah. So, does Thel want to fertilize Leanna's eggs and then put in Sophie, or otherwise it's going to be a dice between Sophie and Adrienne. We're gonna see how
Thel would love to put some Succudriders out into the world. That is a delightful concept to her. Though she will warn them that you will be totally hella pumped full of demons. Just, a little bit of a side warning there.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Nope.
They don't really have there's not like they're among more conservative people maybe, but this is a libertine adventurer group.
Yeah.
And you're in like Fafnir.
Yeah.
So
She will, however, there's like the probably like the bonus disclaimer. By the way, if you ever see her eyes glowing, don't go in for a kiss. That sometimes happens by reflex. You wouldn't want any mishaps. It's quite the con save.
Alright.
Succudriders.
Yeah, Succudriders.
Yeah. Well, it's because I want to know, because it probably will eventually come up. So 4, 8, 6.
Come in, and come over.
5. Hang on, I'm bad at math. Trying to figure something out here. Alright, fertility's not really an issue. So Scow, roll me 5d4.
Sure.
Alright, so Sophie is going to be carrying around 12 Succudriders.
Oh, you just wanted that as a total. My bad.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I didn't tell you what it was for. The Succudriders, and the duration is... Alright. This will have counted down
Bell
a
probably
week.
makes that joke as well, holes in. Succudriders.
Yeah.
What about Succusquids?
Totally think that can happen. Hellhounds come from when this literal thing happens, but with like Volan's mom may well be a succubus.
No,
I
it's
mean,
the other way around.
An incubus?
Do they play light grenades or oil on water?
What?
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
I see.
Oh, when an incubus joke doesn't land, makes me feel old.
Oh, I got it. It just took me a sec.
Alright. So that's down to 7 weeks. Sucker Driver's down 2 weeks. And alright. And the Moved Riders are 2 weeks. Alright. So Corlia.
Yes, I'm here.
Yep. You came here. A fairly quick rundown because you weren't paying attention. Maya told the rest of the party that she found news about her mom. She got kidnapped about a month and a half ago from a village in the Trails Timberland, and then Bodhi said that she wants to go to the Spear of the Ancients to wake up her mom. And Adrienne is preggers with Drider babies, and then Thalarian totally wanted in on that, and so now Sophie has Sucky Driders.
Ah.
Yes. So that catches you up. So what are you doing?
Probably drinking heavily.
Okay.
It's a good reflex. I'm excited to be a part of this plan.
So mark off the amount of gold you've been drinking. Gold you've been drinking. Yeah, you're drinking the good stuff. The amount of drink you've been drinking. All right. Just mark off how much you have. I don't really want to babysit you on how much you've been drinking. And with
Goldschlager is
that,
actually
we're gonna
gross.
go to Fafnir. I've never had it. Never want to.
Yeah, it's a crappy vodka.
The only reason I ever drink vodka is when I buy the cheapest swill I can and get drunk off of it by mixing it with stuff. It tastes like nothing, so it's not worth buying the more expensive stuff.
I don't believe that vodka tastes like nothing. But at the
Because
same time, you have to be buying like really nice vodka to get anything out of it.
As compared to brown liquors, it tastes like nothing.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, everyone knows that the best is the Cape Cod, the vodka cranberry.
Especially because the kind of like whiskeys I like when it's not bourbon, it's the opposite of what you and Merzendi like. I like my whiskeys incredibly peaty and smoky.
Fair
I
enough.
like my ciders and rums.
Okay.
There you go.
So,
One of my favorite
sorry.
ways to have vodka is in a Cape Cod.
Nice. Actually, one of my favorite drinks is called the Remember the Main, which I had a buddy of mine drink the other week. It's pretty good.
Ooh.
So it's
I'll bring it up.
like
I know.
what? Bring what up?
The details
Cape Cod?
for Remember the Main.
Oh yeah, it's rye and absinthe and other stuff. Anyways, so hang on. All right, my intermittent silences because I'm coughing my lungs out.
Fair
So, we're gonna be spending like a week of downtime to, for everyone to get their things. Yes, Merzendi, your order is finished. So, what do you guys do over the week?
I back to my shop and start working on one of my concepts. Start working on art.
You know what? To make it easier, we're just gonna go from bottom over. So, Maya, let's start with you. That way we're not
Alright.
jumping around.
When that thing happens, I am going to go and see Voland.
Voland, Maya has walked into your shop.
She sees Voland, awkwardly staring at a dress on a mannequin.
Hi, Voland.
Oh, hey. Okay, this may look a little odd. So,
This is for, like, your pseudo-armor clothes things, right?
zoom is in my backlog of concept models.
I literally only heard the last few words of that.
It was in my notes about concept models, and this is me starting to work on it.
Oh,
I still need a... So for you, I'd still possibly need it.
need what?
A model.
I, I could post for you some more.
What? Oh,
I mean, I'm
okay.
basically having to guess at what you're saying because of the amount you're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out like just about every other word.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking micro...
Fucking micro.
Then, yes, you can get...
Now I can't tell if you're faking it or not.
Call me this piece of shit, motherfucker.
Welcome back, Ram. At least your swearing came through coherently.
Starts
So-
to turn.
All
So
right,
you heard
quick,
me.
the
So-
pet's fix. Make sure that you aren't picking up a webcam microphone or something.
I don't have a webcam.
That was so befuddling for so long.
Yep, and the whole time it just didn't have your microphone selected ever.
So you heard me.
You bought progressively better and better headphones, and we're like, yeah, it's never gonna come back. Why? Why, Winter? And then, literally almost a year to the day, you got the Scouts is like, all right, so what's it set to? Oh, okay. So it was never set to your microphone. It was set to your laptop.
Yeah, I know.
It was a magical moment.
Ooh, I'm guessing you
Poor
think
Winter.
you're called a communist piece of shit, though, right?
I didn't know it was a communist piece of shit. It was this shit.
Yeah, I picked it up from my father, calling things I don't like communist pieces of shit. But yes, I would be very happy to have Maya model this latest iteration of the armored clothing line. Hello?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. Although I did actually have something else to talk to you about as well.
Oh?
Yeah. So I know you and my dad were talking about stuff, but I was thinking that it might be a really nice present for my
You cut out there,
big
Nurse.
brother. For a really nice present for my big brother Revi, if there's some nice proper made armor for him.
Proper made armor, yeah, I can do that.
And I know his measurements pretty well, so I can tell you pretty much everything you need.
Okay.
Shame he's not here, or I can make it a quick on armor. The door closes again and locks.
I'm all
And it turns out that the entire time, all Marlon's been wearing is, because he's been going aggressively after that sexy Colonel Sanders thing. So all he's wearing is the apron.
Yeah, that's all he ever pretty much wears.
It's very hot in the forge, guys.
Look, all Volan wears in the forge is an apron and a pair of leather pants.
I
Yeah.
mean,
in before what's their names, Fulgrim and I forget
Ferris
the other
Manus.
guy. Yeah, Ferris Manus, Smithoff.
Oh yeah. Pretty sure Volan will beat me, but
Oh, I'd blow you out of the water. But yeah, I can easily do that. All I need is an idea of material, what style you'd like, its approximate size, reaching into a toolbox here, and what kind of accessories would you like on it? Would you like some possible reinforcements in some of the more delicate areas, clasp, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But let's get started.
So it's basically just going to be some masterwork parade armor.
Oh yeah, I can easily do that. And Stray, would you like me to roll a crafts check for the armor clothing, or or should I start working on the parade armor?
You're gonna need to make checks for both of those.
Alrighty then.
But yeah, we'll probably get to your other projects when it's on your turn. So just roll for this is Merzendi's turn, so roll for stuff for her.
Oh wait, preference of material?
Give me a second. So many.
Tell me, has anyone ever seen like one of those little fold-out tackle boxes?
I'll show you my fold-out tackle box.
No, Bolin literally just has a fold-out tackle box with just like samples of like different materials.
I have the equivalent of that, but like for a painting kit. Like, it's just a fold out, and when you open the lid of it, it just does 2 shelves of shit for painting minis.
Yeah. Awesome.
Because minis are dope.
Marlem has a briefcase.
Of course, yeah, you stand in it, right, and then your armor appears.
Yes, actually, that's what happens.
It's how you can get the maximum amount of stuff and the minimum amount of things.
Actually, I don't think anyone's actually seen my character. Like, you've seen it in bits and pieces, like when he takes it off, but not in the suitcase form. So he's, hey, Marlon, what's with the suitcase? Nothing, no reason.
Shit, the reason is shut up.
So here we have some steel. Here we have some iron, which can easily be cold iron. That just requires a lot more work. Roll right here. How about some greenstone right there, which is actually something I just got back into stock. A little bit of adamantine. I do not have a lot of that at the moment. It would require.
A cool walking stick, I approve.
Adamantine is really cool, but no, I don't think that's gonna be quite necessary. I'm not really expecting maybe to like wear this all of the time, not necessarily as like actual serious battle armor, but he needs something that can look really good for him.
Maybe just a really nice steel.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I can easily do that. Okay, let's get one of these dummies up. Ba-doop, boop.
Wow, 25 on a 3. Look at you.
That is one thing I have cranked very, very hard. Poland is good at very few things. Making things. Let's see here. What exactly is he good at? He's good at making. Let's hear. He's good at making things. Fucking things.
Making
getting-
things and then things. That's all I heard.
Making things.
I heard making fucking.
Making things, looking at things, and fucking things. Those are the three things he's good.
Okay.
So I owe you like about 200 gold, right, Mom?
Sure, I can do it. I can do it. Would you like me to add any little extra effects? It would make it a little bit. It would make it a little bit clunkier to walk around, but it would make it a little bit more type would be.
Again, you were cutting out.
Are you sure you just want? Are you sure you just want me to make it a standard armor? I could add like a few little upgrades, make it a little bit more defensible than what a armor of that type would be. Granted, it would. But
God, you're cutting out so much.
Granted, it would.
Granted, it would make it a little bit clunkier to move in.
Are you on push to talk or just regular?
Regular.
Maybe you want to try to go to push to talk because it seems like your mic just keeps cutting out and not thinking you're talking.
I don't know how to do that.
Click the little cog by go into Discord, click the little cog into user settings, go to voice, then go to click on push to talk, and then click on the shortcut and use whatever keybind you want. I use left control for my keybind.
Maybe it has something to do with input sensitivity.
Yeah, I always thought
Maybe.
it was just he has a broke-ass noise gate.
Who knows? Well, she shells by the seashore. Is that coming through all right?
Yeah, just fine.
Yeah.
All right. I'm leaning a little bit closer towards my microphone, about 6 inches away from it now. So let's see how that works.
Okay.
Alright.
Session. But yes, I can make the armor a little bit more defensible if you'd like. I can possibly reinforce the vital areas to make it a little bit more defensible, just in case in those emergency situations. But I can do that too.
Yeah. I don't know about more defensible, but well, it is Revi, so there are a couple of little special things.
Oh.
And Maya's just going to go into
Make
going
it
to
gay,
like
make it
basically
gay.
twink. Yes, twink it up, basically.
Up.
So, like, what, the Night of the Flowers or whatever?
Which
Oh,
Night of the
guys.
Flowers? There are a lot of Nights of the Flowers in various media.
Game of Thrones.
See my face.
Keep it light, keep it bright, keep it gay. Whether it's murder, mayhem, or rage, don't complain, it's a pain. Keep it gay.
Keep it gay, keep it gay. That's all that I can say.
I was thinking more the producers,
Actually,
which is
never seen
fucking.
it.
The producers is wonderful. You have to one day. I saw it as a live show, and I've seen the movie a few times.
Yeah, Third was mad at me when she found out I haven't seen that.
It's excellent. I've done the Guten Tag Hopklop with one of the actors. Fucking damn near broke my nose.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
He's a big dude. He moved surprisingly quick.
Of course.
Big dude, impossibly light on his feet.
I could possibly make it with a male pattern boot plate.
Male pattern boot plate?
You know, instead of accentuating female assets, it'd be accentuating male.
Accentuate that booty.
You joke, boy. I can sculpt an ass.
I'm not joking, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah. What Marlon said.
It's just imagining my character slowly like peeking out from behind like a curtain or like the side of a wall.
Yeah, I could do that. Certainly do that. Let's see, light suit, parade armor. Aside from what you've already discussed.
No, that's all. Well, unless you can do some sort of like quick release buckles or something.
Oh, easily. They use for my cape snaps.
Yeah, those as well.
Snaps.
Take special care to polish the codpiece.
Hello?
Volan should enjoy that.
Really, really buff it up. He uses Marlem's first true magical invention as like an automated hand polisher, like just a fucking one of those buffing spinners.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that curious humming noise coming from Bloodbath and Beyond? Usually we're used to the sound of clanging and hammers, and then you just see a big man just stood there in also a company loincloth, just heaving down on a polisher against someone's gigantic metal codpiece.
No, see, it'll be the first magical enchantment. If you see, I'll polish the codpiece just so that if you rub it just right, it'll summon a pillar man.
Nice.
Polishes so well that if he starts hip thrusting on the battlefield, he can blind his opponents.
And then you have to learn how to crotch fire a gun.
Oh god.
Do push-ups.
Push-ups.
Deactivated lasers with my dick.
My dick. But yeah, I can easily do that.
How much extra will those buckles be?
For you, for family. Oh. No, make it 5.
Okay, so 205 gold.
Yeah, I can
There
easily
you go.
make it good.
Designers make it work. Alright.
I'm not the why guy or the how guy. I'm just the ideas guy.
Make it work.
Alright. You
Make
guys have
like an
been in the
organ,
city.
make it
I think
work.
this will be the second day in the city, so.
Second day in
Okay.
the city?
Okay.
Yeah, because you just got into the city yesterday.
Alchemist
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, you get a little bit farther. Not as much as good, but yeah. So Maya, was that everything that you wanted to do there?
I mean, I do have to stick around to model for Voland with his armed dress project, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. Corlia, what are you doing?
We're going to the boxing ring.
You in a box?
Yeah.
Do you want to do like you want to take tens in the boxing ring, or do you want to like do small little fight things? What are you doing? You're just gonna do is this like your downtime physical training?
Why not?
Okay, so you're taking what, the physical training downtime action, whatever that is. It's like you get a few d6s for something physical.
Right.
Cool. So that's what you're going to be doing over the week. Roland, what are you going to be doing over your week of downtime?
Working on this commission and prototyping armored clothing.
Cool. So you're going to be working on the armor. So let's do. Did you already do the roll for
I did the roll.
Revi's armor?
I did the roll for Maya's armor. Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to need to do is make some rolls for how well you do on your other project. Because I don't want to literally go through a week of downtime, so we're going to like do broad strokes over the entire week.
Apparently, I split my time almost perfectly even between Revi's request, Revi's armor, and the armored clothing line.
All right, you're doing pretty well in the armored clothing line. You think that with a bit more research into it, you could find armor that is both appealing and functional. Might even be able to design armor with like a boob and butt windows, but if you get it enchanted, it'll be fine
Ooh,
for the ladies and the men.
Ooh, reinforced glass.
Indeed. Marlon, what are you going to be doing over your week of downtime?
I think I'm making the that gun, making that gun from a +1 to a +2.
Okay.
I think it's just the pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a pistol.
Yeah.
So you need to make what is that? The enchanting. I really forget. It's what, craft magical arms and armor? Is that it?
I think it's spellcraft.
Is it spellcraft? All right. So yeah, give me a spellcraft roll for enchanting the weapon up to a +2. And Merzendi, would you like to do that sneakily?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, Bob, over the week, you, we'll just say that you can upgrade that weapon to a +2. Is there anything else? It wouldn't take you an entire week to do that.
Well, really don't have any. Well, I'll probably snoop around the district, see if I can find some more spices. That seems like a good use of my time for the moment.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down to the docks district and check out like the incoming ships for stuff.
Pick up twinks. Go to the docks and pick up boy pussy.
Actually, yes. Pick one up. I need them to model the armor.
Has anyone got some spare twinks to do some strutting for me?
Well, I mean, not yet.
But yeah, that twink has hoofs. It sadly won't do fitting for a balk person, sadly.
Oh.
I momentarily forgot, but oh no, we'll do it on no, Voland's turn. Hey Voland, you need to make me a perception check for no reason.
You see the red dot before it's too late.
Hey, it beat the DC. Not that it was that hard, Merzendi. But you find Merzendi. Tell him what he found.
A masterwork silver sheen blacksmith's hammer, but it looks like it's also balanced. That it might be usable as a warhammer.
Really now?
It randomly appeared in your shop. Had a magic random happenstance. Who knew?
Help, I've got ghosts with exceptionally fine taste.
And Bob. You're scouring the markets, looking for stuff. How do you feel about dates?
Delicious.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
I
been a
like
long
fish.
time since I've had a date, actually.
Same.
Yeah, we know you're kind of in a dry spell, Stray.
Aw.
Laugh through the tears, friend. Laugh through the tears.
Anyways, yeah. So D8 date.
Okay. Okay. My usual 1d8. Yeah. Yeah.
Average. You're able to like sift through them. You're not really finding anything. You know what? But you do gather some tales that there are some spices that are complete that can't be grown around here, and they're not being shipped here right now. But you might be able to find what you're looking for in the Trails Timberland.
Yes. I've received that quest hook before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I
Like on an 8 of a D8, you wouldn't have to go all the way there.
yeah. I'd probably just like they've been. Well, we know where they're being made, but they haven't shipped us any yet. Something like that.
Yeah. So that was
But
Voland. I mean, Marlon.
yeah.
So he's looking around, he's enchanting stuff, he's having a good time. He's having a good time.
Mhm.
And Bodhi, what do you do?
Bodhi is going to, if available, spend some more time with the dragon and have some actual properly timed conversations, because in Titan it takes a fucking eternity. I don't remember when they're supposed to leave in the fortress for wherever. But she'll inform him of, recent goings on and the fact that, like, supposedly long dead enemies are getting up and are making maneuvers all over the place.
The fortress isn't due to whoomch to the Southlands for about 2 weeks. He will confess that when he was born, like a century after the Arch Trader, what supposedly met his downfall. He will tell you that the last thing that is recorded about him is he wasn't actually killed, but he opened a portal to somewhere in the void, and everyone assumed from basically what they saw of it when he got sucked in that there was no way he could be able to survive.
Well, he will say and then confirm, well, he's back from there then, if that's the case. And what's more, he's probably got some particularly dangerous help. I wonder if it's okay to mention trying to wake up the Titans to him.
I don't know, is it?
Uh,
It's up to your character to
Yeah, exactly.
decide if it is.
No, I'll keep that one on the down low until it's time to actually go do so. But I'll ask if he knows of any goings on around the spear, actually.
He'll say that while there has been some unusual activity, such as mana rates appearing from there, and the only other weird thing he knows is that the war wound that you guys had actually filled a report on had opened there. But since it's been closed, there hasn't been anything too unusual, just, fluctuations within the ley lines, stuff like that.
Okay.
One of the reasons why they're going all the way south.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll let him know that it's starting to feel like a lot of these things are interconnected. Something real bad is moving around in the background.
Yeah.
Well, I shall just chill out and have a nice time in the company of the old.
All right. So, Bodhi and the dragon sit on the porch sipping iced tea and talking about how cool things were in the old days.
I would like to disagree, but that's probably how it ends up going.
Yeah. At one point in the week, Thel will come up to you and tell you that in one go she knocked up a Drider who knocked up a Drider and a Kitsune at the same time. It was great.
Buddy will nod slowly and insist that she heard. It was hard not to, even with all the magical soundproofing.
Yep. Thel will continue to insist that you're wrong about the younger races because they're a lot of fun, but maybe
Shield
we'll
Shark
find you.
she's old sexual, I guess. She's immortality sexual. She just doesn't find them attractive.
She just pats you on the head and tells you that we'll find you an immortal Drider one day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, shit, haven't you just filled someone with immortal Driders?
I mean, they even being demon blooded, they're gonna live for a really long time, but they're not going to be immortal, sadly.
Alright.
Yeah, they'll live to like a few hundred years old.
Fair enough. Also, I was looking and I found out that an intelligent item is actually pretty fucking cheap. Logistically speaking.
Do you want an intelligent item based off of Voland?
No. They call that the Miser's Mask. It's just a talking Miser's Mask.
Fuck you.
Come on! How if Voland tried to imbue personality into like a wearable object, it would do a few things, and one of those things would absolutely be to try and push business transactions, and we all know it.
Just take what Pathfinder's been going and just let's steer into this racist curve. It has a voice of Mort Goldman from Family Guy.
Oh, it does. You're called the mask of allergies.
Oh,
I was hoping for Guilford Gottfried.
No, I can only think of him as the parrot in Aladdin.
Didn't you ever hear him read 50 Shades of Grey?
No, I did not. I don't need to. Don't want to.
No, get out.
Yes, that might actually make the book better.
So, Bodhi, what else do you do over the week other than talking to a giant magical fuck-off dragon?
Are there any just relatively possibly good deeds? It's either that or she'll actually spend some time in the library catching up on some of the earlier mortal histories.
Are there any whats?
Like odd jobs, small things to do around the place.
Not really. Not really for someone of your stature. You can go to the Temple District and go to the Temple of Ashea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will
hang out
absolutely
there.
spend some time there. It's just been a while since she's done any of her other occupation of being a civil engineer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure. Colette could probably help you out looking for jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what? Are you more like the nitty-gritty building stuff, or are you more like the architect where you plan it?
She can do either, frankly. She is trained for both, and since she's patient, she was quite used to doing both previously. It's like the fucking long-ass job of putting something together, and then the even longer-ass job of building it. She was used to doing that. It's like, well, that killed a few centuries. That was nice.
Alright, so, tell you what, hang on. Coughing. Ouch.
Yeah.
Tell you what. So, there's a portion of the city where, a lot of the substructure of the city, it wasn't really meant to be underwater, so they've been replacing it with materials that the sea doesn't, ravage over time, and other things are being enchanted, and a small area in the docks district that leads into one of the more mercantile areas of the what did I even call it? The Sea District. There we go. Of the Sea District are kind of getting under weather, and since you don't need to breathe.
Yeah, and she's armless right now, so she might as well spend some time just walking naked on the ocean surface and building houses.
All right. So
Yes,
aside
point
from
Jesus.
lusty merfolk that you obviously wave off, you can get that done, and probably get paid like 100 silver just for shoring up some breaches.
Yeah.
It's nothing too major, nothing that
Oh yeah,
call
no.
it
She's
workers
just
on.
looking for things to do that are helpful and to eat up some time before she goes. Getting antsy about the job to come and just like, I need shit to do or I'm going to go insane.
All right.
That's her. And then Thela's going to go buy some equipment because she's still got some spare cash and didn't have things like foodstuffs and like actual just kits of things. Let's see here. So far, the only like objects she's carrying is rations. So I think she's going to try and acquire herself a handy haversack and some assisting gloves, and then just start like buying nice things for living purposes.
All right. You can just you can obviously find this stuff. You can just knock off a fair amount of silver for that.
Silver.
Silver or
Oh, the handy
if you're
haversack
looking
and
for all
the gloves
yeah.
they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, knock off the silver for like the clothes and stuff like that, and then the gold for the handy haversack and stuff like that, because it can be very easily found in here.
Sweet. Thank you.
So
They're not that rare of items.
So if a Hellhound or a Wolf can use the bottle of Yeti for...
The bottle of what?
Yeah, I saw while I was looking for wondrous items that she'll need, I found an amazing one, which is the bottle of Yeti fur. You have to scroll up a bit to see it. It is fucking hilarious. It is a small opaque flask, and then you open it, and it just fucking streams of white fur just pour all over your body, and then you suddenly look like a Yeti.
So would that just make a Wolfkin's fur white? Or would
Maybe
that just make
double-thick.
them...
Absolutely worthless for Sophie. Not only can she wrap herself up in tails, but she's always soaked in alcohol.
It's true, yeah. It can be removed early, and so it lands on her, and then it like starts screaming like the fucking the blood into the thing.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on to what? Hold on for what?
Sorry.
Yep, you're not really drunk if you you're not really drunk unless you can. You're not really drunk if you can lie on the floor without holding on. One of my favorite quotes.
Yep. Wasn't that the racer? I've forgotten his name all of a sudden. No, footballer. Heck, that might also just be a Dean Martin line.
Yeah, it was a quote from Live at the San something hotel. I forget. I just listened to it.
You're right. Yes, that is. That was the Rat Pack stand-up, I think, again.
Live at the Sands, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Live at the Sands, and it was Frank Sinatra telling people a joke that one of his singer buddies told him, or boxer buddies. I forget. Either way.
Yeah. God, so racist. Make sure to keep on smiling. Smiling, Sammy, or the audience are gonna lose you. Just like, wow, fuck, I forgot. It's just a black dude, a Jew, and an Italian all ripping on each other for an entire show.
Yeah.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. If they're all good-spirited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways. So, yeah, she can find that. While you're like swimming around in the water fixing stuff, Thel's probably just like sitting and kicking her legs and watching the mermaids.
Yeah, sounds like a thing. Just to go out and get caught up as well. She's been out of the loop for a while, so to speak.
Yeah, she finds the idea of a city that's half sunk into the water and populated very cool.
Yep.
So wait, if all the streets here are pretty much waterways, are we living in fantasy Venice?
Kind of, except it doesn't stink during the summer.
How many bodies are in the water?
Because this isn't like this isn't a bog or like a swamp. This was a city that a bunch of magic happened and it sank. So like the lower floors all got flooded, and then one district just completely flooded.
I see.
So the water is running; it's not stagnant.
So it's like Venice, but better.
Yes, and colder, much colder.
Sounds about right.
So, with Bodhi's out of the way, Liralai, what do you do over your week? I assume you keep in contact with
Jesse.
Jesse, yeah.
Yes. And I will work on that medicine, and I will also want to figure out a way to make a rock cake, but be able to slice. How am I going to slice this cake?
Oh, for
With a
portions.
One knife.
With an adamantine
Maybe
knife?
if I maybe I can get a pan that is like divided into like 8 little like triangles. That way it's already portioned out.
That's
And then I just have to
prodigenius.
slide them up. That works. That'll work. That'll do it.
It's like that lasagna pan that's all edges.
Oh, the lasagna pan is dope.
I know, right?
I want one. Instead, I do mine in a great big glass dish.
Isn't that like a brownie pan though?
The one
It's
I
all
saw was a
edges?
lasagna dish that was all edges.
Huh.
I
Weird.
saw the brownie pan one. I think I've seen the lasagna pan, but that's just, I think it's scaled up, maybe? I feel like I've seen them both, but they're both separate.
They're both
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Anything that allows you to
It's
selection of
literally
perfectly
the-
cooked mini lasagnas is the best.
It's literally the same thing. It's called the Edge Brownie Pan and Lasagna Pan.
Yeah, I want.
It's
I want
just
that.
it's literally the same thing. It's just that when you put brownie in it, it doesn't go as far up as lasagna does.
Mm.
Well, you should just put brownie mix in the lasagna sheets, obviously. Just
It's
lasagna
literally the
slabs.
same thing. It's made for the same thing. You can use it for both. So, anyways,
I actually don't like brownie.
I don't like brownies either. Anyways,
Some
well,
brownies.
I say that I've had some pretty good brownies, but they were also brownies that were
Fun.
shall we say, special.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were fun brownies. Big air quotes.
Yeah, they were delightful. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, make me, yeah, you guys had only been in town for a day, and downtime's a week, so I'd say make me 6 craft alchemy checks, but let's just stop the faff and just say that eventually you're able to make Pepto-Bismol. It's fine.
Okay.
Best word
Look,
for it.
Is it still
Do you
pink?
have a bunch of? Do you have a bunch of? No.
Is it pink though? That's a question.
Well, actually, what I was going to invent was it's on here.
The Salix?
No, I was gonna go for the other one of the nicer ones. I'm gonna go with Soothe Syrup. It's wholesome tasting and it's blue, sweet and wholesome tasting and it's blue. So no,
It says like sweet
not
chicken
pink.
soup.
Soothe Syrup coats your stomach and makes it more difficult for you to succumb to queasiness. For 1 hour after drinking, you can gain bonuses to resist nausea and sickness.
It's literally
Woo.
just blue Pepto.
Blue
Yeah.
Pepto, but it doesn't taste gross. It is good tasting.
It tastes like mom's apple pie.
I've always liked milk of magnesia.
So what are you gonna call it? What about milk of the poppy?
Hmm.
So, what are you gonna call it, Kennethus? Squid juice.
No.
Tummy friend juice. Delightful.
And you need it to be some kind of play on words with Nautilus and nausea. It's generally how I do pun construction. It's like, all right, and I've got these 2 words, and I need to figure out the middleman for this. Turns out that Lirelai figured out how to create it in the first day, but then spent the rest of downtime trying to think of a fucking name. Oh god, what do I label
Man,
this?
I need to. Jeanette needs to invent alchemist kindness. That'd be amazing.
Put all the white witches
Yeah.
out of business.
Alright.
They'll
So,
just stick with Soothe Syrup.
alright. So, alright. Stew syrup. Alright. So, over the course of a week, you're gonna call up Jesse, and when you do, it's not Jesse that answers.
Oh.
What? Whoa.
It is new.
No. You see a very mischievously smiling, incredibly busty cowgirl.
Oh. Hello.
She puts her finger up to her lips, goes shh, and then widens the gem so you can see the entire room. And
Oh
you
no.
two other cowgirls in there, and you know these as you've seen them before. They're Jesse's sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the biggest of them is standing near the door, kind of in like a preparing to pounce mode, and the other one is standing off to the corner, holding up like a small rack of dresses
Oh
and stuff.
my.
Are you
They're going
posting
to ambush poor Jesse.
Are you posting this over Squidfy?
That only has a very. That actually has has a limited range.
You know what
Damn.
doesn't have limited range? There'll be there'll be shenanigans, a little poke at your brain, and then you know that Fella's watching.
Can Thel send it to us?
No. Well, that means yes, she actually could, but it would be a one-to-one connection to a one-to-one connection, so not something that she would use all the time, sadly.
Damn.
Yeah, no. She will instead be just, permanent.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah, watching the show.
All right. Have you done the same thing as last time, where you just weren't wearing a top?
Oh no, I think I'll be clothed this time.
All right.
That time was special.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
But haven't you got ultra magnificent chest pillars now to show off?
I do.
Oh, she does. Yes. So what happens is Jesse will walk into the door. You'll hear like a knock, and then like not a knock. It's his own room, but you'll
It's too polite, too Canadian.
too polite. No. Just because he's from like the cold north doesn't mean he's Canadian. Come on.
Hey,
Oh god, now I'm just imagining all the Minotaurs as Canadian.
Yep, Canadian
That's
accents instead of
amazing.
Russian ones.
no.
Yeah, and all have like axes and
They have
flannel,
moose
right?
antlers instead of horns.
Yeah, and they're all wearing flannel and are exceptionally handsome, and they've got particularly good healthcare up there. Why can't they be
Yeah.
Canadian, Stray? I'm actually happy with this with this canon.
Oh, but then it have to be blue.
What?
It's Babe, the big blue ox.
Yeah,
Never mind.
but nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Blue, da boo dee da boo da.
So, because I can't do a Russian accent, they might as well be.
Comedy.
All the clerics and apothecaries are paid for by the city, so it's
Right.
just you just go in and get help.
Yep.
The local coffee shop is called Tim Hortons.
Nice.
I've
Nice.
actually been to a Tim Hortons once, and they did have
Cut out again.
Yep, I have been to Canada. To my fault, I did not try any of the poutine, nor did I go to Tim Hortons.
Then did you
I was in
really go
there-
to Canada, Stray?
Oh, I did, but I was massively hungover after Emerald City Comic Con, and so I went to Vancouver and I had a steak. Granted, it was the best steak I've ever had in my life, but
Fair enough.
anyways. So Jesse will open the door, and then he's going to say, he's going to see his sister, and then like, oh hi, Lirlai, and then whomsh, he's going to
Pounce.
he's going to kind of squeal in surprise as he's pounced on by his bigger sister. And he kind of struggles, but then he realize you get the feeling that he'll
has happened a lot.
He'll weak-heartedly try to no, but this has happened quite a bit. And one of his sisters will turn to you and say, well, since little Jesse here is moving to Fafnir, we had to buy him a whole new wardrobe. You can't go to a new city without a new wardrobe. Everyone knows that.
Of course.
Just used to go, hi, Lyra, is your, are you, like, big, and, like, during this entire time, his sisters are, divesting him of his clothing. Yep. You can tell the like from like the way he like stares at you, and like jerkingly has to keep himself staring at your face. That he knows that something weird is going on, but he's really confused. Like he's doubting his own memory. Just has no idea what's going on. And yeah, while you watch his three big sisters parade him through a medley of different, admittedly extremely adorable clothing.
This is just fantastic.
Yep. All right. I think I had his sisters' names written down somewhere. All right, hang on. GM notes.
Oh, poor Jesse. Poor Jesse. Oh,
All right. Yep, I had
he's
them written down.
he has a fun time.
He didn't choose this life.
Yep.
This life chose
The
him.
younger, yep, the younger bubbly one, the one that you saw first, and kind of the shortest of them all is Haley. The like really primly dressed one is Vicky, and then the tall, like the tall Slamazonian one is Cassie.
Okay.
And they basically runway him, and then ask what you think about certain outfits, and doesn't he look just so cute with this big bow, stuff like that.
He does look very cute with the bows.
So a bunch of different, given a bunch of outfits, all of them very adorable, and all of them just a bit too risque for what they're supposed to be, but
Oh my.
he tomatoes at the French maid one, but gets bullied into it anyways.
Well, you know what? You know what? It'd be such a terrible shame and completely unfair for Jesse to be the only one getting dressed up. So you know what? I'm gonna. So you know what?
Yes.
As a present to him, I'm gonna try on my new outfit, my new outfit for him.
You can practically hear fingers steepling in the back of your brain, like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to happen.
What's going on?
All right,
People
did
are
I
gonna
ever
know.
finish his? Oh no, I didn't finish his thing to make saves. Oh no. All right. Yeah.
Save
I'm
versus
So
looking.
fun, right?
while he's getting dressed up in the maid outfit, Lireline's just going to start stripping, and we'll put on some of the lacy things for him.
Nope. Nope. I don't have any of the things here for poor.
Don't worry,
Jesse's.
Jesse. You won't have to suffer alone. I'm right here with you.
All right. So, when you're getting dressed, he can definitely tell that some of your assets are much bigger. Do you show off what your new assets can do, or is that going to be a surprise when he comes home?
Oh, I think that'll be a surprise. I gotta leave something. Gotta
Alright.
surprise him with something.
So that means he doesn't have disadvantage on this, is what you're saying.
Sure.
1D 120, no.
1D 100.
Yeah. So he faints a little bit. It's fine.
Just a little bit.
It's fine. They don't pour water on him. They have milk. It's fine. 4 torpedoes fire.
I feel like a milk fight is something that they just would
That's how you
would
spend
just
summer, right?
have.
But then
No,
because it's also summer, everyone's like, this was a terrible idea. Oh no,
Why did
it's
we do
really
this?
warm outside.
Yeah, well, it's a pity that he was wearing a white sundress, because it suddenly turned into a wet t-shirt party.
Oh my.
Shame.
All right.
So how long is it until he gets to until he comes to Fafnir?
At the end of no, I'll tell you at the end of this thing.
Okay.
Because at the end of downtime, I'll tell you, because I'm going to cycle everything down, all the preggers and all of the times until stuff happens,
Okay.
which I've been keeping track of. Even while drunk, I'm amazing.
You launcher.
So,
Well, that's good.
anyways,
Wow. Wait, why is Alchemist Kindness so cheap, but stomach medication is just way fucking expensive? What the
no
fuck?
idea.
Because
my
one
God.
is a preventative measure and the other is just fucking take this. You're gonna wish that you had this earlier.
I guess.
Let's see.
Alchemist Kindness is like seriously, what the fuck? Like it's such a disproportionately cheap just compared to everything else in the alchemical goods section. Jeez. 1 gold. Okay. Well, this is going to be a lot more expensive. You might.
All right. Yeah, and with the end of they suddenly incestuous little gem phone call.
But
Yeah,
your minutes are gonna get such a high billing, it's unreal.
man, it's a great thing that these are just magical stones connected to each other. They're prohibitively expensive, but you know,
Fair.
once you get them, they're real good. But you know, they can only connect to one person. So yeah. Let's actually see. All right. So, by the end, you're treated to a little bit of Minotaur culture. They didn't really do anything with him before because they didn't want to spoil him for any girl. But you know what? Minotaurs are into that kind of incestuous thing. So they're gonna put on a show for Learlight. It's gonna be great.
Oh my.
Yep.
And then Felg, the deliciously mincing third wheel to the party, gets to enjoy the whole scene.
Yeah, it's great.
You know that I'll have what she is having moment? That's like going off to the side.
Yeah, they liked teasing him quite a bit a long time ago. You know, well, a long time ago before he met you. They enjoyed teasing him a lot and maybe some over the clothes stuff. But you know, now they're getting into some fun, and that's Learlai's night. It's great.
Oh my.
And so, Learlai at the end of the week, and that's pretty much everyone's week of downtime. Jesse is going to be in Fafnir in 3 days.
3 more days after this week. Okay.
Yep. It was 10 days. The last session, it was the day after, so that was 9, and then 9 minus 6 is 3.
All right. I will then I'll inform Colette that that I've finished the recipe for the medicine.
Excellent. She will take that and begin selling it at her bar. And and from what you can see from that little gem call you had, it was probably a really good idea to get Celadri's massive milky memories. Seems like that milk.
Yes. Yep. Fancy that.
Who knew that Minotaurs would like that?
Hooray!
Certainly
No.
not I. Alright, so it is now the end of the week. And we'll move you guys over here to the world map. How are you guys going to go about getting to the Spear of the Ancients?
Portal.
Yeah, I think the portal is the quickest way to go about it.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, because I don't think any of us want to go through Zombie Jamboree down here.
Zombie Jamboree.
Zombie Jamboree?
Zombie Jamboree.
There's nothing wrong going on in Leakston Village. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Gyrocopter!
Yep. So, how are you going to charter passage to the Tower of Mightyr? Are you going to go overland? Are you going to go over the sea? Or are you gonna go talk to the Inquisition?
I'm just gonna run
The
across
Inquisition have
water
a flying
from the
ride,
Iron
right?
Age.
They do, and last you checked, they were in control of the tower.
Sweet. I'll go check with them and see if they're okay with us taking a trip back.
I wonder if I saved that room. Let's find out. Apparently I saved something called I'm on a boat. There it is, portal room. Look at that.
Hooray.
Aw, look at your old tokens. They're so cute.
So weak and small.
All right. So, are you gonna go to try to talk to the Inquisition directly, or are you going to pick up, or are you gonna go talk to Alana first?
Inquisition Director seems fine.
All right. So, you're gonna go to the hold of the Inquisition, and this is like the second time you've been there, because the first time was when you got to the Inquisition's attention in the first place.
Yep.
So I think they'll remember you, and you will. They will inform you the Inquisitor Rutledge has just returned from her expedition.
Oh, excellent. Go stop by and then also fill her in on evils that have happened. And ask if we can take a trip to the Tower of Mater. We could use a portal to get us across and save some journey.
All right. She listens to you with rapt attention, especially when you start talking about the Archtrader. She vows that she will send a force of Inquisitors and Templars down to the Hold of Man to check things out.
Much appreciated.
And she will say that they have actually not have only tested like throwing rocks through and stuff like that. They haven't actually tried sending people through yet.
Well, about time to find out how it works.
Yeah.
Indeed. And so, how do you plan on getting back? As I recall, you lot brought horses and carriages with you last time. You gonna just drive the carriages through the portals?
Mm,
Wait, can the carriages even get down here? Get down.
It
to
would
the
be
portal?
incredibly difficult.
no.
No.
We'll be fine by foot. We'll probably charter a ride once we get to the river for our return journey.
I'll tell you what. I will have the. We know where the portal comes out. We've been able to figure that out thus far. We have not been idle in your absence. I will have the war sloop waiting for you on the other side.
Oh, appreciate
Well,
it.
eventually, it will take a couple days to get there.
It's very much
May I
appreciated.
ask, what do you need to use the teleporter for?
We need to head south to the Spear of Ancients, and as far as I remember, there is a portal that drops us off right around there. As for the reason why, I'm afraid I'm rather earthbound not to go into detail.
It's classified.
I understand. Will you be? I had assumed you were just going to use it to experiment. The sloop will be there to take your findings and see how you responded to the teleportation. But I'm afraid right afterwards it will go back to Fafnir. But if you will you be needing a ride back to Fafnir or no?
No. From there, we'll likely be taking a trip to another location we need to make our way to.
Anywhere the sloop can drop you off.
Oh, well, it's a bit of a ways. It would be past Catering at the very least.
I do not think it can go out that far, but I think I shall have the warship loaded up with Inquisitors and Templars to go down to Rosewatch. I'm sure they can, after they're done experimenting with the portal, I'm sure they can drop you off at Kilnstead on the way.
Appreciated. Very much appreciated.
Or if you are truly going to Katri, at one of the dock cities on the Hularan Plains.
Yeah, an intersection will probably be for the best.
Very well. We shall load our alchemists and what are they called? Not artificers. The other thing.
Arcanists?
Arcanists, yes. Our alchemists and arcanists to go to the study the portal and then to the Hold the Man.
Excellent.
All right. We shall. They shall take off within the next day or so. That should give plenty of time for you to have traveled to my tier.
That sounds good to me. And you?
All right. So, yeah. So, you guys are going to charter a boat to the Tower of my tier?
Seems like the best way to do it.
All right. You are going to be given a small missive with the inquisitorial stamp on it that will grant you access to the tower itself.
Excellent.
Would stop fucking up. I could actually click on another page. There we go. All right. So let me grab your tokens.
Sweet, sweet tokens.
Copy that over to, where is this? Valerian, Bodhi, Marla, Maya, Lirelai, Voland, and I think all I'm missing is Corlia. Boop, boop.
With the stripy bebop.
Boop. Yep, stripy Corlia this time. All right. So, sorry, it takes you about a day's journey to get there, and you guys will go down and end up in
History.
the portal room.
Oh, okay.
Oops, Inquisitor Rutledge is still here. Boop.
She's a witch.
All right, there will be less Templars than there used to be standing here. Let's just say the two guarding the door. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, you're waved on through, and you are now back in the portal room from, like, the first session, guys.
Well, I'll be. We've come quite a long way in a short period of time.
Yes.
Is this how it feels for, like, models and the time passing quick thing? Because it feels like we were here, like, yesterday.
It was weeks ago.
I'll be damned. Alright then. Say, does Thel recognize anything about this engine?
Nah.
Yeah.
She knows it's real magic, Bodhi.
Yep, cool. Glad we had the confirmation on that one, though. You never know. Might have been pretending to be very magical. But yeah, we'll redirect it so that the gate we go through leads to the bottom of the Spear of Ancients. And then...
yeah, you guys haven't figured out how to change the portals.
No, so we just have to sort of walk around.
Yeah, so you're going to have to teleport to... you guys didn't spend enough time here to figure out how to do it, and they haven't been able to figure it out either, because it's a very, very difficult test.
If we're just to
yeah.
go over to, like, the sphere that takes us up there and then climb through it, would do it.
Yeah, you can climb through, and then it will go to where... I'll just show you on the world map. You know where it says portal?
Yeah.
Portal exit on the Spear of the Ancients. You'll be deposited there.
Sweet. Okay. I'll mention to the others the reason why we're going there as well. I suspect that's why the portal exit happens to be around here. It's not exactly that far away from our destination.
Well, that's nice and reassuring.
Look to the Inquisitors. I mean, I've got no problem, but have you got a ladder?
Are you talking about the portal being too tall?
Yeah, high up.
Yeah, it's not that high up.
Okay.
Yeah, you might fall all of like half a meter.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Rub my bits together. Alright. Let's find out if I get blasted into tiny chunks. See you on the other side.
Good luck.
I'll do that and climb upon my trusty steed and then just vault us through the gate.
And then Chunky Salsa restart the campaign.
Just blended chunks appear on the other side of the portal exit, and everyone sees it happen from the other side. Ooh! Oh no. Yeah, can I see on the other side of the portal?
Hang on. The dimensions on this one got fucky, so I'm cleaning it up.
Hey.
I went to go to check if I had turned off dynamic lighting, and in fact, everything had screwed up.
Of course.
Apparently, I wanted the page size 25 by 73, guys.
Very interesting, if moderately eccentric page size there.
I know, right? Alright, so the only one who's jumped through right now is Bodhi, but I'm just gonna drag everybody over there, because, you know, it's not worth the copy. And paste you guys onto the portal exit. Yay! Now I gotta move you over. Yay! Oop.
Well, that's reassuring right there. Everyone is in one piece.
It turns out that none of you are exploded.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to know.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Oh no, I forgot Madam Hoots.
You sent
Aw.
me my stone chicken.
Hoots, no!
Hooray!
There you are.
Yeah.
Alright. You find yourself at the foot of the Spear of Ancients. It looms above you, almost impossibly tall when you look at it. You just kind of crane back and back and back. It's a huge, huge, huge mountain.
Alright, you guys.
Everest should be so lucky.
Yep. There's gonna be a point where it gets a little bit difficult to climb. But overall, all should be well.
Yeah, Scout, you know that you don't have to climb the mountain.
Yeah.
There's an entrance at the base.
Oh, we're at the like right up to it. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, but it'll take a couple days travel to get there.
That's fine.
Merzendi asks how much longer we're going. How much longer do you guys want to go? Because I've got like this entire thing prepped, so I know that you've moved back, so
I'm gonna have to probably cut it off pretty soon.
Sure. In about 10 more minutes, we'll hit the 3-hour mark, if that suits. We can get up to the entrance.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
well,
I have to get up at 4 in the
wasn't
morning.
going to have anything. I wasn't really going to have anything attack you on the way there, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. The entrance you guys eventually managed to saunter up to, it looks like a wall. It just looks like the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Bodhi. Yep.
Yeah.
It's been you wouldn't expect it to be mass. You don't have to say melon or anything like that with massive magic gates. That's not hiding.
Yeah, of course not. No, I will saunter up to the rock, wiggle my fingers into a crack. Yeah, and just pull open.
All right. And as Bodhi reaches her hand into the rock, and it seems like her hand, completely fades into it before you hear like a faint groaning sound as she pulls open what appears to be a rock face. And within the sorry guys, I'm really woozy all of a sudden.
Might be another coughing fit.
Yeah, sick man, not even once.
No, many times apparently.
Uh, are you counting hangovers? Because
Well, I mean,
those don't count.
those don't count. No, everyone knows that.
Yeah. So, yep, you pull up in the rock face, and inside is a dark corridor leading into the heart of the mountain.
And then at this point, I'll do the then slightly more magical looking thing of saying, a light, and I'll wave and watch the corridor come to light.
All right. It will do so, and you guys can see farther into the corridor. But as you look farther in, the light seems to fade before outlining a massive figure that, when the light hits it, kind of shudders and shakes to life, and a gargoyle about twice the size of Bodhi steps forward. And we'll start speaking in Titan. I honestly don't know how to pronounce your entire name. I can't.
Wait.
Varian
pronounce
Cephalus Guriela Shells Daughter.
He says that. It's great.
Yep.
Wait, would
You
I understand
have-
that?
You secretly understand it,
Titan?
so yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Bad deja vu from what?
Just this.
I don't remember putting you guys in a hole under a mountain before.
That's why it's deja vu and not. I don't remember.
Not this happened
I'm
already.
trying to remember it. Yeah, I'm trying to remember it. Oh well. So, you have come home, and you have brought friends.
Indeed, very good friends and trusted allies in a time of dark things. How much have you seen and heard from here?
None have come or gone in 150 years.
That is a relief. Dark forces are in motion again. Dead elves are getting out of their graves. Shadows that should have been sealed are unsealed.
Before I allow you any further, you must prove that you still have Ashaya's grace.
That's fine. She will push back her cloak, revealing her very shiny Ashayan full plate that she got while she was in the place that has now also been enchanted.
Hang on. Sorry.
No worries.
Stray is tied up.
Pepperoni, pepperoni jalapenos, and Philly cheesesteak.
Good choices.
Sounds great.
That does sound real good.
Is there an actual language section on the character sheet? I could have sworn I wrote it.
Right at the top.
I clicked the button out of habit. Right in the middle of my coughing fit, I was asked what I wanted on my pizza.
Yep. Yeah, no, sounds like a good pizza.
Oops, sorry. Damn
You've got your mutes inverse now.
No, I was trying to say something, and halfway through I started coughing. Ow. It's gotten worse. Why? Alright. So,
Yeah.
You
Dramatic pose and then channeling of divinity.
I am sorry, sister. You know why I must do this.
I know, and indeed one of the people we face is someone who rose in the time of mortals, the first of their kind to betray Ashea's name. Apparently they've come back from the void from whence they came.
That is unnerving.
Very much so. Very much so indeed. And she's spoken to me directly, Ashea, and guided me in directions indeed to this lost conclave where first this one who turned did their foul works. Trust me when I say that I just have a feeling I needed to come here and wake everyone up. And I just kind of know it's gonna work this time.
While you are trusted for your companions to go deeper, they must agree to, when we are done here, for the knowledge of this location to be locked away.
Alright. I will turn gently and swap back into the, I guess, the Wolfkin tongue. Would all of you be willing to allow your memory of this location to be locked away when we leave? It is the only request that needs to be kept, and it will allow you to move on in further. I can promise you quite some great sights on the inside.
But we won't remember it. Well, I
You
guess
won't remember
just
where. You won't remember how you got here or its location. Nothing says you won't remember the inside.
I will already be forced to do so since you showed them the door, but all that they see beyond will be locked away as well.
I see.
What they shall remember is what happened within the chambers, not how to get here.
Understandable.
This is less of a request and more me telling you what needs to be done.
I understand as well. At the same time, it still seems fair to make it out as a request.
He says in Titan the entire time.
Yeah, no, I'd swap between the two.
I squint slightly.
behind your helmet and passive. Don't even know I'm being squinted at.
Yeah, no one knows.
Yeah, no idea that you understand them talking.
Nah,
You hear us talking shit on you, smack on you from behind.
again, he just has those. He does what like Pip does when Pip's trying to communicate displeasure because Pip's now a stuffed animal. Marlem just bought like little fake eyelashes for his armor, and then whenever he's feeling something, he'll just like paste it on, like raised eyebrow, angry. Good times.
Just
Funny.
pulls out stickers. Angry face, but before she can turn around and pull the angry face off.
Fucking yeah, I'm onto you. Put you on the bit. I'll look to the others apologetically. It hadn't occurred to me, of course, that such a wiping would be necessary.
Sure.
Well, no, I would have made the offer apparent before coming here. I will turn to him again. I've seen them through fires of combat. They were there to stand with me that day. They travelled
Even
with
so-
me in Ashea's quest.
Even so, it is my sacred duty to this place that that it be guarded. You took upon the mantle of Avenger when you went out into the world to uh, bring down those who brought this upon our kind. I swore to the one who sleeps that I would not let any pass that aren't of the stone. Not
Understood.
unless certain measures were taken.
Understood. However, of course, If Mother wakes up, she has the ability to rescind that request of you, yes?
If you can wake her from her slumber, then yes.
I'll, look to the entryway past him. Call it a hunch. I don't think it's a matter of if this time.
Many comings and goings have happened, and she has slept through them all, even the so-called Great War.
I know. I think we're going to be dealing with something on the level of gods.
In any event, this location must be sealed away, lest either willingly or unwillingly, lest if they choose to flee, then we will set the Legion upon them.
I would not permit them to flee. I haven't completely lost my senses.
It will not be painful.
No. I trust everyone here, myself included, as much as them.
So, Bodhi has told you guys what needs to be done. Do you guys allow, allow the location of this place to be sealed away?
Oh wow. Well,
I mean, you could fight a Gargoyle Legion if you want.
I mean, I'm gonna play it off as if it was still like asked as a request, basically, even though he knows it's not.
Yeah, it's like Bodhi as well has made it out to be a request, even though it's just like, dude, I don't think they're gonna fight you because they're nice people, but
The only one who doesn't know, the only one who knows this is Marlon.
yeah.
I don't think anyone else here speaks Titan.
Bodhi
Is it
taught me
the-
Titan.
I taught her conversational Titan, so there are probably the occasional words understood. But thankfully no one asked where the bathroom was located.
I mean, I put it down as a known language and invested skill points in it.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case...
So,
Oh,
So how long have I been teaching you? Because I don't know how long it takes to learn a language in this game.
it doesn't say anywhere. It
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Some can be magically imparted. I just say, she's invested stuff into it. She can know the generalities of what you're talking about.
Did you
Okay.
put a skill point into linguistics? You learned a language.
Yeah, I know.
That's just how this game works. It's dumb, but I don't want to deal with it right now.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere where it's like how long it takes. I'm just checking too.
Nope.
No, okay. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, I guess Maya also knows. Although I did make it clear that it was only the language and not the written, yes.
yes,
You will.
it is noted down as spoken only.
Dope.
uh,
Yeah, you got to hear Bodhi's actual full name. And understand it from the melange of other random words that are mixed in there.
yeah.
Oh, for the past 5 minutes, I've had my speaker type thing turned off.
That's I heard was a hammer
It-
dance.
hey, that's not as bad as the time where I had come back and no one knew I was back, and I had been muted for 50 minutes without.
Yep.
That was during a
So,
board.
well,
So it was terrible.
I'm perfectly okay with the mind wipe thing. My only question is salvage rights, yay or nay?
Nay.
It's not so much salvage because it's society, people's still alive, and I find that moderately insulting to very insulting. But at the same time, there will be things that you'll be able to learn. Can't go into
Well,
specifics.
Bodhi, is this the only way we're allowed in?
I'm afraid so. Yes,
Do you think it's all right?
I do. Yes.
It sounds.
Well, I'm not very comfortable with the idea, but I do trust you.
No,
We don't have a choice.
we don't what?
We don't have a choice, guys. We refuse, they're just gonna force us. She said as much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's whether you want to continue on inward.
Alright. Basically what's going on is Bodhi led you to the entrance of like the last known of a species and a terrestrial god, and then they decided that the guardian said, yes, you guys can totally come in and party and hang out, but at the end we're going to wipe the location of it from your mind.
Yeah.
And because she showed you the door before hand, now their hand is forced. At the end, you guys will have it locked away, provided the one the Bodhi's going for doesn't wake up and just say, nah, they're cool.
I don't see why not.
I guess. All right.
Nothing happens right now anyway.
I'm not gonna resist, but it's very much not okay.
Bodhi
And
will
Corlia.
nod in understanding.
Winter?
I'm here.
Have you been paying attention?
Vaguely.
And
I have a
Alright.
general idea.
Okay.
Do you agree to the location of this place being locked away in your mind at the end?
Sure.
They're gonna MIB
Okay.
neutralize us, man.
But not the entire experience, just that bit.
No, just where this
Okay.
is.
That's fine. It's like the Bat Cave.
That's shifty on the rock people's part, but
All right. So, I'm going to move you over to the next page, and we'll end it there. So, you guys go. The massive gargoyle steps out of the way and gestures deeper, and you guys go down into the depths of the Spear of the Ancient before the pathway opens up into a huge chamber. And in the rafters of each of the chamber, I didn't bother putting them there because that would be annoying, are hundreds and hundreds of gargoyles, seemingly, frozen, but you can tell since you've known Bodhi so long that they are merely resting, and not all of them look like Bodhi. Some are smaller than goblins. Some are great chthonic things that probably swam in the oceans. And at the very end of the chamber, in a little section that glows blue, you see a massive sleeping form. And that's where we'll leave off.
great.
All right.
Are there any sigils on the floor that say things along the lines of "Great Chest ahead"?
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
I
we
just
wouldn't
really,
tell you
really
if
like
there
this art.
was. Yeah.
They're all written in
Yep.
Titan.
I just really like this art.
This is great art.
Yeah. Saban finds really good tokens.
It is.
He does
Well,
quite a
really
Yeah,
good
there was
art.
also like totally a moment where she paused at the top and gave Dorgard a big squeezy hug. It's like you hear stone crack.
He's not actually your brother. He's one of the more militaristic titans.
Yeah.
But Yep. And so next time we will start in on meeting Hemera, the last titan, and Bodhi's mom. Is there anything anyone would like to bring up before we draw the session to a close?
But
All right then.
Mm-hmm. And if you're watching in the stream or you're watching in the VOD, I hope you have yourselves a lovely fucking good time, and do take care.
Bye, stream.
Like and subscribe. My stream.
All right.